foreign car, pedal to the metal. Drop top, yeah, cause the winning don't stop. We making power moves, investing in them stocks, and the price never drops. Got the brokers keeping watch. I run a tight ship, everything top notch. Late fourth quarter, hit the game winning shot. Hang my jersey from the rafters all the way to the top.
Instead of being champion, all I do is win. I'm larger than life, on top of the game.
And I'm not gonna stop. They try to put me down, but I'm still on top. Hey.
Instead of being champion, all I do is win. I'm larger than life, on top of the game.
And I'm not gonna stop. They try to put me down, but I'm still on top. I'm full of champion bravado. Keep on winning, it's the motto. Had to fight for the title. Gladiator through the battle. Awards on the mantle. Got more hits than Mickey Mantle. Situations can get sticky cause your girl want a scandal. I'm a winner and a vandal. Chandelier in the foyer. Picasso on the ceiling. Retract the roof to get some fresh air. Panoramic views of the city from a boss chair. Yeah, the new Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Instead of being champion, all I do is win. I'm larger than life, on top of the game.
And I'm not gonna stop. They try to put me down, but I'm still on top. Hey.
Instead of being champion, all I do is win. I'm larger than life, on top of the game.
And I'm not gonna stop. They try to put me down, but I'm still on top. Hey.
Last thing I remember is plotting our escape. I was running with a gang, wreaking havoc state to state, called Avalanche. We were some revolutionaries, using every trick in the book to bring the truth, and nearly got killed on my last mission up in Midgar. Set off an explosion, ran but didn't get far. So I'm guessing the reactor blew. The blast knocked me unconscious and detached the crew. I awakened on the flower bed up in the slums, on the floor of a church all covered in grunge. Thankful to be alive, in need of a shower and not a medic. I get up soaring, lightheaded. It was there that I met her, and her name was Aerith. Body wasn't the greatest, skin wasn't the fairest. Not someone I normally be interested in getting with, but something about her aura just told me she was different. So I dusted myself off and said hello. Apologized for the inconvenience and tried to go. But one thing about Aerith, she was a straight shooter. Didn't wait to see if she had something to say to you. So immediately pleasantries were canceled when she asked who would pay for the flowers that I trampled. I laughed and said that I would replace them. Just did a job that I'm waiting to get paid from. See, I'm a soldier, fighting for freedom, providing my services to anyone who need them. So she came with a plan, suggested I protect her, cause there's some bad folks out there trying to get her. And before I could ask why, troopers just passed by, kicked in the church door, wood and glass flying. Should've helped her? My conscience said you got a dog. So I went from a soldier to a bodyguard. So in her travels in the ensuing chapters, everywhere we went, somebody was trying to capture her. So I just asked her, what was the deal? Yo, what's the appeal? As usual, she's nothing but real. She was the last descendant of an ancient race who may or may not hold the connection to a sacred place called the Promised Land. So this caused a lot of problems, man. Everybody wanted it, so they all devised a plan. And if that wasn't enough, it comes Sephiroth, the meanest, baddest, biggest boss of them all. She goes to the church and prays for the solution, but Sephiroth appears, showing no fear. And with one sword stroke, Aerith was killed. I wish I was like her and said what I feel. I don't know what it was, but there was something about her aura, cause I haven't felt it since her and never felt it before her.
World War 909. Shawty knows. Mafia. Huh? Watch you fish tail on the turbines. I keep that lean in my slurry. 100 degrees and we service. But we in your city, the word out. Popping on that magic dragon. Shot a shotgun and some Xanax. I just do shit to the maximum. I just do shit to the maximum. Watch you fish tail on the turbine. I drink that lean in my slurry. 100 degrees and we service. But we in your city, the word out. Popping on that magic dragon. Shot a shotgun and some Xanax. I just do shit to the maximum. I just do shit to the maximum. I play the club with no bandages. Grabs in the pantry and cabinet. I plan to live so elaborate. My chopper, the genie, the granite wish. Smoking some soddy, no savages. Things a bitch for some cannabis. Bitch, if you broke, then I can I. I make these open like candidates. I turn them Monday to Saturday. I make her panties evaporate. I tear down the building, eradicate. And she says she doing what daddy say. I am referred as your majesty. I took your girl and it's innocent. Safe in the bank, I ain't glad to break. I don't have time to play patty cake. The woman I love doesn't love me, but I got some hoes for the homies. From the government cheese and bologna. Now we getting that red okie dokie. If you more influential, then show me. Getting higher than the fucking nosebleeds. Every crooked crab really know me. Call the SWAT off if I'm 4D. Watch your fish tail on the turnpike. I drink that lean in my slur right. 100 degrees and we service. But we in your city, the word out. Puffin' on the magic dragon. Saw the shark down and some Xanax. I just do shit to the maximum. I just do shit to the maximum. Watch your fish tail on the turnpike. I drink that lean in my slur right. 100 degrees and we service. But we in your city, the word out. Puffin' on the magic dragon. Saw the shark down and some Xanax. I just do shit to the maximum. I just do shit to the maximum. A lot of these rappers exaggerate, and I make the moves you imaginate. I got the rock like Mick Jagger, babe. You make up stories and fabricate. I kick the world off its axle. If that ain't your bitch, why it matter? Blowing that bubble in backwards. Flyer than 10 pterodactyls. Who do I call if the candle's lit? Brianna, Vanessa, Kamaya, quick. Chopping cocaine, cracking crab legs. Smoking the future, you has-beens. Fucking the wife of your enemies. Disrespect them with intensity. Wake 'em, bake 'em with that furnace burning. Finish breakfast, fuck the cow with the milk is free. I ain't fucking with your energy. That's some perfect way to dinner, please. My bilingual mommy tell her bend the key. Stuff the coke and walls of Genevieve. Ticking time, bomb and blow a beat. Fuck the bitches off the poetry. Shut the fuck up and just roll the weed. And throw some codeine in my soda, please. Counting money till we counting sheep. I don't gamble, bitch, we play for keys. Sniper sitting in the trees. Hit you from 1,000 feet. A boss is just what I epitomize. I point with my click and I minimize. While bitch niggas yelling out, get them guys. I'm with the fuckery, bitch, so let it rock. Watch your fish tail on the turnpike. I drink that lean in my slur right. 100 degrees and we service. But we in your city, the word out. Puffin' on the magic dragons. Saw the shotgun and some Xanax. I just do shit to the maximum. I just do shit to the maximum. Watch your fish tail on the turnpike. I drink that lean in my slur right. 100 degrees and we service. But we in your city, the word out. Puffin' on the magic dragon. Saw the shotgun and some Xanax. I just do shit to the maximum. I just do shit to the maximum.
Rolling These 20s presents Philly by Night. Starring Mikey Mike as Caitiff Baron Delroy Lindo. Ivana as Bruja Serenity. Liz as La Sombra Dr. Aretza Ser. And our weaver of disquietude and terror, the Prince. While West Philly turns down a Baron, South Philly is losing faith in theirs. Doesn't help that he's been imprisoned by a vengeful enemy returned from the past. Will the rest of the coterie be able to find and rescue him? Or will the night be filled with other vexations? Find out in Chapter 24, Breadcrumbs.
We're back.
Hello, everyone, and good evening. Welcome to Rolling These 20s presents Philly by Night. Oh, God.
Woo.
Something just happened.
No.
I'll fix it. I am your storyteller, Prince, and I am here with my cast of friends here. I use pronouns he, him, by the way, and we'll start with Ivy. Tell the people about yourself and your character.
Hi, I'm Ivy. I use they, them pronouns, and I will be playing Serenity Sanchez the Bruja, who uses she, her pronouns. And oh boy, we're in for tonight. Elroy is.
Liz.
I'm Liz. I play the La Sombra, Dr. Aretza Ser. We both use she, her pronouns.
And joining us. Going forward permanently here. Fair.
I'm Fair. My pronouns are she, her. I am playing, well, I guess you'll find out, but her pronouns are also she, her.
Well, your name's on the screen, but
that's fine. You guys don't have to know everything.
Tell you'll get a
Katura
chance
Baptiste.
to tell, or you get to show and tell. Whatever, we'll make it work. Anyway, thank you all for joining us tonight. We've been away for a week. And I am very, very excited to be back and have all of you here. So let's get right into it. So how about you give us that recap, Liz?
So, last we left off, what were we doing? Serenity and Ari were kind of waiting on Delroy. Delroy, so back it up. Delroy had gone and met up with his contact a little bit ago. They had made a little bit of a deal where Delroy would get some information and a safe house, friggin' finally, for taking care of the fact that the Nosferatu were no longer able to leave the sewers and do what they do best, trade in information. Delroy agreed to this. His contact, who I'm going to keep calling Muñeca, I know that's not his name.
Waneka.
Doll.
It is Waneka.
Waneka, okay. Help him get a hold of Abraham. That's probably your best way to do it. That is not what Delroy does. Delroy calls Ed, who is now the ghoul of the... I was supposed to make a ghoul. Who is now the ghoul of the prince. And sets up a meeting with her directly instead of going surreptitiously. Great, because we're on wonderful terms with the prince.
Coming out right now.
During this time, Oscar and Ari had gone to check some things out. Oscar eventually leaves. Delroy goes and does make a deal with the prince that we will get rid of this serial killer Zimache, who gave even some of our other acquaintances pause.
I don't want to do this.
In return, the blood hunt that is on us right now would be called off. And we would be able to go back to silently being enemies and trying to undermine each other instead of, being hunted. Preferable. A little bit of breathing room. Delroy tells us the quick version of this. Basically, hey, we've got a job to do. This is the plan. I've got some things to take care of first. He knows he's getting a blood shipment down at the docks the next night at 11. And he also knows that he has to drop Waneka some exciting blood drug.
Exciting blood.
Exciting blood.
Exciting blood. Drugs. Then I started putting it.
He gets the drugs, goes into the subway tunnels alone without telling Serenity and Ari where he is going.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the last we hear of him. Serenity and Ari deal with the flesh monster that is Big Al, who is...
We dealt with that as a group at the beginning.
We did deal with that as a group. Disconcertingly not Ash. Disconcertingly is just gone, which is a problem.
Very, very little Ash or anything left. Mostly just poofed out of existence here.
Yeah, that's not right. Laws of friggin' mass say that's not right, but that we can't deal with right now. Yeah, and we kind of sat around waiting for Delroy. We went down to the docks to see if his friggin' delivery had at least been picked up. Hadn't, or at least
they couldn't tell us.
Ari's assuming it hasn't been. Went to talk to Mel. Mel said, I don't know, he took some drugs and went down, I don't know, somewhere near, what
Tunnels.
was it?
The subway tunnels.
It was like somewhere
Sewers. They're
downtown
in the
or
subway
by
tunnels.
Town Hall. Yeah, he went down in the tunnel somewhere by Town Hall and
City Hall.
Serenity, City Hall. Serenity and Ari kind of looked, said nope because it was 4:00 in the morning and went the hell home. And that's where we left off.
We're sleeping. Good night.
So, for the stuff that they don't directly know about, Delroy was to take a shipment to Waneka, to seal the deal. Decided to go off on his own and handle all of these things by himself. Did not tell the others where he was going or where to find him. Did successfully pick up a person from Melly Mel's place, or not from Melly Mel's place, from Melly Mel directly under the City Hall tunnels, and made his way into the subway tunnels, which lead to the places where the Nosferatu stay. Unfortunately, Delroy was basically given a high-level illusion that Delroy could not escape from, and then was trapped by someone. When Delroy came to, he was in a cell in a brick room that looked like something out of a Saw movie, and there was one who was supposed to be dead, Alan Sovereign, there talking to him. Sovereign looked to be dealing with some severe burns of a sort. But Sovereign also had what looked like a 9-foot tall man behind him. And had threatened to basically destroy Delroy and all of the coterie. And when we left Delroy last, this very tall man was threatening to make sure Delroy was taken care of.
And that's why you always leave the note before you go somewhere. Cautionary tale.
Also, just a quick little bit, Ari and Serenity, when they got home, had a bitch about Delroy Hour. It was nice.
They did get that out of their system. I forgot about that part.
We had to get it out sometime.
While dude is getting kidnapped, y'all talking shit.
We don't know he's kidnapped.
I know, it's still funny.
That's perfect. So,
like, what do you expect us to do about it? We got nothing.
In this day that y'all have dealt with, it is honestly, all things considered, been pretty fucking rough time for Ari and Serenity. Mm-hmm. And when you go to sleep, there is a lot on your mind. You have a missing coterie member. Your last coterie member has basically been poofed out of existence. And the other member of your coterie has been sent off to Lord knows where. You don't know. Shark Beta just told you they had to go. And that was that. But in a world where people are crossed and double crossed and triple crossed, there are always allies and benefactors somewhere. Because at the end of the day, the enemy of my enemy is still my enemy, but at least they're working against my other enemies too. And there's someone who's just entered the city who might just be an enemy of your enemies. And we're going to pivot to Katura. Before we get rolling on anything now, because this is going to be a fresh new evening, I'd like everyone to make a rouse check. See if you get hungry as the new day approaches.
Okay.
I'm at
How do
3
I do
hunger.
that?
Roll a die. If it is
6 or above.
6 or above, you do not get hungrier. If it is not, then you
5
get
or under.
hungry.
Okay. I'm at 3 hunger.
You got hungrier, Serenity?
Yeah, I was at 2 from the last time, and we didn't.
Oh,
I
perfect. Both you and Ari.
My first roll is a 1.
Mine was a 1 too.
Oh
All in good
no!
company.
So I guess I'm hungry.
Oh yeah.
It's just 1 hunger.
Well, you will have 2.
Oh, 2.
Because everyone starts at 1 unless they decided to drain someone completely dry. And then you have to deal with the whole like, do I get rid of some of my humanity for killing people off sort of thing. So
Okay.
So when you get hungry, your beast gets a little bit closer to coming out to play. That little part of you that is the monster inside is ready to go and do its thing. And Katura, how do you think your beast would sound to you? It's almost like another person inside of you, or maybe it's just you, but like the devil on your shoulder, essentially.
I definitely think it's like it is something like the devil on my shoulder. Like, you know how when you're trying to talk yourself out of doing something,
Mm-hmm.
but the voice telling you to do it is louder? It's like that. It's just
Also, you're muted
temptation.
and
Oh, sorry.
Meet. So you can just mute the tab if you're using
Yeah.
Chrome. Yeah,
Sorry, that's my bad.
no worries.
Okay. Yeah, I had muted it before, but then I forgot on mute.
No worries.
But it is like just that temptation, like you could just once. It's not gonna hurt you. It's not gonna hurt anybody. You can afford it. You're fine. It's fine.
I mean, they're just
have a little taste.
people. Some of them are just replaceable. No one will miss them.
Yeah, some of them aren't even replaceable. Some of them don't need to be replaced. They just need to not be here anymore.
Strangely, this sounds not all that different than what Ari's Beast might sound like. Except Ari's Beast is a little bit weird now because Ari's Beast is sort of the voice of her sire.
No, she going bonkers.
Ari, baby, darling, you know we can't keep doing this whole thing about being hungry all the time. Like, there's so many ways. I mean, there's old people's homes around here. There's a bunch of randos who are all fucked up, and we can just have at it. Just have at it. Simply doodads, right?
I'm just ignoring it. Like, I don't disagree. I'm just like, yep, nope, that's fine. I hear you.
Listen, we got so many things to do. You can't afford to be hungry right now. There's a Dracula who's trying to teach you to fleshcraft. You burnt the vessel that they used to that was there for you to do this thing. Do you really think this is the best way to avoid danger? You can't do avoiding danger if you're hungry. How are you going to bring up those shadow arms that you also like to use? Serenity. Serenity, yours. We should just fuck everything up. Fuck a blood bag. Think about, the awful shit that you've been through. Like, this world deserves all the awful you can bring to it now. I mean, like that bitch Sierra. Come on. We should feast. We should have a real feast. To like let off some inner aggression. You know what I mean?
We'll see. It's not wrong.
We've all known one bitch named Sierra. Let's be real.
Yeah.
And either way, when we're getting up, I would tell Ari, yeah, I'm really fucking hungry for once. I'm gonna need you to show me how you do this shit, because I don't think it's a good idea for me to get,
All right.
Don't let her eat you, by the way, Ari. Like, that's all bad. Like, she can punch really hard. Keep her at a distance. I'm just saying. Anyway.
Oh, is the boy still acting up on, like, we really need to get you to Tremere. That's things to do.
Katura. So let's talk about this a little bit. Let's talk about your character. How
Okay.
how long do you think you would have been in Philly?
I think that I haven't been in Philly that long, maybe
Okay.
a couple months. I, before the migration, as I like to put it,
Mm-hmm.
I was fine. I was fine where I was. There were bodies to feed on. It was good. But then, the Rona came, ruined my food supply. I heard that this city has lots of bodies to feed on. And also some interesting people to meet.
Indeed. Excellent place if you want to step into real estate.
Yes, definitely. I'm always looking to find new property. You can never be too established anywhere.
And Katura, you are not an unknown person, to put it bluntly. People know you.
Find me on your Explorer page, honey.
And well, that can complicate things for some. You sort of bask in it, don't you? You like the fame, the fawning or what have you.
I love it. I thrive on it. There was
Uh
a point in my life where I only had negative attention, and is, I relish in this.
and tell the people what Katura is famous for.
I am a social media influencer. I own my own skincare line. Trying to branch into makeup actually now.
Successfully,
I
mind you.
also successfully. I also I post about a lot of issues, human rights issues. You might be talking about it, or even at your local protest, supporting the cause. I put my coin to good use.
Indeed. And as it stands, oops, sorry about that. Katura has heard of one Delroy Lindo and the excellent things that Delroy has done for South Philly, and thus wants to help rebuild the neighborhood that has been devastated by violence, gang violence, maybe. Who knows? But Delroy needs to have Delroy's because it was a pillar of the community. Um, you all would know that Katura is going to be coming to visit this site. Word would have gotten around to you, if by no other way than Sarah, who would have told you, like, yo, there's a big old famous person who's going to be coming to where Delroy's place was and talking about rebuilding it. And mind you, Katura would know that you all are kindred because, well, y'all have not exactly been incognito.
Also, I mean,
we tried, but no, we failed.
also, I have contacts everywhere. I hear everything. It doesn't matter.
Probably.
Word gets around.
Yes. And I like to catch them.
So Delroy's supposed to be there. At least that's what you've heard, Katura. His, lawyers and stuff are all there, property managers, yada yada yada. But Ari and Serenity, would y'all show up to this basically media event?
Probably. It helps Delroy, yeah.
I don't know if I would make myself known. I might be around,
Yeah.
just seeing who else is there. especially because it is South Philly was quite hot for us forever. So I don't know if I want to be just anywhere near any kind of media. So like I might be half a block down just watching.
Yeah, it also like since we know Delroy is gone, someone's gonna have to go.
Yeah.
So, face
and,
Ari's in the back.
and this is sort of what Sarah passes along to you, Ari. Like, I can't find Delroy. What do you think you can stand in his place? Like, because someone's like, lawyers are probably not going to be enough. How the mayor's going to be there?
Gonna have to go in his stead.
Given Ari's history, given she has done not a lot, but stuff with the ER and having to deal with the media and lawyers and all that stuff before, she just kind of hears Sarah say that, hears Ivy say that, and just walks in the other room and like slams the door. You just hear her cursing and pulling clothes out of her closet.
Wait, I can go. Just tell me what you need me to say. I got a better idea. What if Sarah and I wear earpieces? Okay? And you tell Sarah what needs to be said to me, and
Oh my god.
And we'll do a telephone game.
From the other room. Do you have earpieces?
Sarah can get them pretty fast, I'm pretty sure.
Do you think I'm magic?
Door closes.
I mean, you're absolutely wonderful, so yes.
Well, I appreciate the compliment. No, I'm not magic. Earpieces are not.
I know, but like, you know, you're good.
I mean,
so.
if you just want a Bluetooth sort of thing, yeah, I could arrange that pretty good. Like Best Buy's.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I have a feeling Ari's doing this whether we want her to now or not.
And how would we give Ari anything electronic? I'm just saying.
No, my thought was like you would stay with her and she would tell you and you would tell me.
No.
That seems like a recipe for disaster.
No.
I don't know. I'm not the idea person. I'm just trying to come up with a solution so she doesn't have to do it.
Ari's the only one. Really.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be real pissed off.
Unless y'all have like a thingy y'all can do to one of these lawyers or something to, you know, make, I don't know, puppeteer them.
No, not me.
I still don't understand all of the things that.
Neither do I, and I'm a kindred. I know.
Come back out. I'm in like the full head of the ER, like business suit, freshly pressed.
I don't have anything like that.
Pulled up. Like
Perfect.
this is business Ari. She's just cursing and motherfucker, this thing gonna work. The second you look at me, everything's gonna go.
Do you want me to? Well, I can be your bodyguard. I could just if they get too close, I can just like. Yeah.
How would that work from 30 feet away, or am I just gonna be like? Shh.
It's going to be fantastic. That's all we have to worry about. We'll see how it works out.
I go back in my room. I look through some of my clothes, and I get take the blazer jacket off, put on a stripy shirt. Because there are those, and it is absolutely not this, but I'm going to say it is one of those shirts that when it's photographed or anything like that, it actually blocks the person. Hold on, I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
The reason this is a thing, Ari is a La Sombra, and if you don't know, La Sombras and technology do not get along.
They get too close to a cell phone and it will break.
Yeah, their claim vein is basically they can't use tech.
Which sucks because you can't use Spotify. Or a YouTube or anything.
Yeah.
Just the boomer clan.
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to get
Pretty
harder
much,
and
yeah.
it's going to get harder and harder as time goes on for the La Sombra to do anything.
So, what's the plan here? Katura, how would you show up? How you gonna walk in here and stunt a little bit since you're throwing out around money?
I mean, obviously, I pull up in like, you know, whatever like an Uber Plus or whatever it's called, the real fancy ones.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not fancy, so I don't know what it's called.
You don't need to ride Uber Plus. You have money. So,
oh, that's true. I have my own car. I purchased the car before I even got here.
You have someone to drive you around, and you tell them what to do. You have a chauffeur.
I have a chauffeur, and I tell him not to crash the car, obviously. Yeah, I show up. You think that I would show up with a big entourage, but I don't. I show up with just me, my driver. I love the crowd. There's already a crowd there, I imagine. But I'm the type to pretend like I didn't know there was going to be a crowd there. Smiles, waves, taking selfies with people if they want them. Trying not to give into the hunger, even though there are so many bodies here.
It's a lot of bodies.
And
you know how to get what you want from the bodies too.
I do, but this is not the time. I'm here to see Delroy, but he's not here.
No, ma'am. We've been trying to get in contact with Delroy, but no one seems to be able to find him. However, I do believe that this is one of those situations where the show must go on, and his people are here.
Well, yeah, the show must always go on. I'm sure Delroy and I can have a conversation later, but I mean, we should start the discussion. We definitely want to get this rebuilt. It's too important. And I already have some ideas.
Now I have a question for you,
yes.
Katura. Are you trying to pretend to be more human here?
Yes.
Because you may want to use Blush of Life because there will be handshakes. And that would take a rouse check in order to do it. That's the reason I'm asking. Because you could potentially get hungrier here. However, it will give your skin more color. You won't get cold if someone touches you. You're familiar with this, particularly because of your preferred method of feeding. You sort of have to use that. Otherwise, people are like, what the fuck is wrong with this person that I am touching?
I mean, everybody knows that, I have poor circulation in my hands.
Poor circulation in your everything scene, queen.
People aren't touching my everything, and that's the point. So it's just one dice that I roll?
Yep. Same sort of deal as when you woke up.
Don't look at me.
Are we all at 3? Is this a problem?
Ari's only at 2,
3.
you guys. Ari lived at 3 for like a week.
I feel like I would have mentioned to Ari, hey, can we get a snack before we go? I need to eat.
Okay.
There's not just blood bags lying around. How you want a snack?
No, I would ask Ari to show me how she does it for the one time.
I don't think the way Ari does it would work. Not right now.
Fine, I guess.
Because this is very early evening.
Yeah.
I guess I just.
Because from what people know about Katura only shows out to events that happen at night. So the mayor has even had to like change his schedule up to be here at a 9 p.m. sort of like like rechristening of this area as a protected historical zone, which is what is happening, and you're doing the rebuilding.
Yes.
You and your company, fair.
Right, guys, we'll see how this goes.
So y'all are. How are you and Ivy or Serenity and Ari? How are y'all getting there?
I already get a new car.
Just Uber.
Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want me to drive y'all? Sarah says.
That's not the one that we had to get rid of.
You know what? Yeah, drive us in case we need to leave.
Quickly.
Though I doubt anybody would make too big of a deal at an event. Yeah. Oh God. Sorry, I just thought of my grandsire, and he would not give a flying monkey's ass to make an event, to make a scene at an event.
Yeah, your grandsire is Sabat.
Yes. So he'd be like, "Oh, look, you brought dinner. Wonderful, thanks." Let's go. Let's go. Let's just go. Let's just go.
All right. So Sarah takes y'all there. You arrive a little bit before Katura, and you're there. You're knobbing with all the muckety mucks essentially.
Would it make sense to say, especially because Ari did bring it up previously to Delroy, like, look, I do have some familiarity with his lawyers.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay.
I would say
Cool.
so.
Yeah, no, I would.
Where the hell is Delroy? He was supposed to be here.
He's sick. He's a 75-year-old
He never gets
man.
sick.
I know. You would think with the mask and everything it would help, but somehow he's sick.
Son of a bitch. We have all these, this famous lady showing up today. The mayor's gonna be here.
Who's the famous lady?
What the hell are you wearing? Are you wearing like reflective clothing?
No. It's not actually reflective. It's only reflective when it is photographed.
It doesn't
really
reflect light?
Because
I thought it reflected flashes reading that thing that you linked. So that means street lights would be like, ah!
It's I don't think it's the same material as like the highly reflective stuff. But again, it's not she doesn't have that. She's
so you're
just
not
wearing something. No, she's just wearing something that has the same, because a lot of them are like stripy and give off weird patterns.
Got it.
So she's wearing something patterned so that when it starts acting up, she can say, "Oh yeah, no, I was trying the anti-paparazzi. I was curious about it. I got it. Blah blah blah." So there is some kind of plausible deniability.
Okay.
On why shit was funky, if it comes to that.
Well, the media is here.
Yeah. So she is definitely trying to stay away from. She is only 5 years old, but she knows better.
All right, so y'all are there. You're talking with the lawyers. The mayor's What's up, Serenity? Sorry.
I was just gonna say Serenity doesn't show up in her street clothes. She knows better than that. She would have just picked a white blouse and a black.
I threw a jacket at her before we left.
Yeah. Like I'm not in just my regular punk ass shit. I'm in business attire for the sake of some sort of.
The real question is, how firm are these shoulder pads, though?
This is true. Ari, tell me this is your blazer. Like, are they very pointed? Are they like football pads?
They're not like football pads. No.
Oh my god. That would be
not
amazing,
the 80s. I mean, I probably have a jacket like that, but no. I'm like, you said there's some famous chick showing up? Why? Let the famous chick do it. She's far more interesting than Delroy.
She's giving a donation so the insurance doesn't pay for all of this. And they're making this a historical site.
It's dope.
She's some big social media influencer. I don't know. Katura Baptiste.
What should I do for foundation?
Yeah, it's apparently a new line that's rolling out, staggered releases or something like that. Apparently people just want this shit really, really badly. Anyway, she's going to be here. She's doing a lot of the money moves in Philly right now. There's a bunch of real estate being bought up. This is a great opportunity for everybody involved. Please don't fuck this up.
What do you need me to do?
Just talk to the media, shake some hands, you know, tell them that you're doing this in Delroy's stead, that Delroy's appreciative, blah, 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 you know, that sort of thing.
I really don't like talking to the media. If I can avoid this, is there any way to get you to talk to them, or it has to be somebody from the neighborhood?
Do you think they want some pasty white dude talking in a black neighborhood about a bodega?
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's
we're
very
gonna have to
true.
do it whether we like it or not. It's fine. It's fine. Well, it'll be fine.
My name's fucking Kent. What do you want from me?
Yeah, you're doing as good of a job as you possibly can, and I appreciate it. Anyway,
Fine.
I understand the landscape. I'm woke. This is not a place for me. They don't want my words.
Okay.
Enough.
Okay. Just go talk to her. We're gonna go talk to the media. It's gonna be
Peace.
And then Katura's limo pulls up.
Oh, thank God. A reprieve.
And the media's cameras all turn. Click, clack, 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 clack. Flashes, all that jazz. Katura, you step out.
It's like a red carpet. I step out. One Louboutin at a time.
Of course.
I'm sorry, what?
Red bottoms are stunting.
Red bottoms, yeah.
Very fancy shoes.
Oh, yeah, very expensive shoes. Yeah. You know,
I'm not fancy, I don't know.
It's like a red carpet premiere, you know, just you gotta pose, you gotta give people what they want. Yeah. Hi everyone, thanks so much for coming. I didn't think anybody would I didn't think word had gotten around about this. I totally tweeted about this.
Yeah, definitely. And they've blocked off some of the areas so that not too many random people could show up, but they want enough people from the neighborhood that are local to actually be in there. So it is some people around. And there are people who are like, can you sign this for me? They got some of your pictures, yada, 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 that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Locals in the neighborhood.
I do the song and dance, sign those autographs, take pictures.
The mayor comes up. The mayor's like, thank you so much for doing this. We're happy to be a part of this and make this a historical site. From everything that I've heard about, Delroy's been an excellent pillar of the community. And I obviously you didn't have to do this. There's insurance and things of that nature. Gang violence has been a big problem here in Philly, and we're just glad to have someone who shows that they really care about the everyday working man.
There's no thanks necessary. You know, before I launched my skincare, you know, I know what it's like to do hard work and to be part of a community that, you know, bodegas, they're important parts of a community. They bring people together. When I heard about what happened here, I felt compelled to help.
Perfect. So this should be pretty quick and easy. Just going to tell the media, you know, blah, blah, blah. This is our city. We have to make sure that we take care of the people in it. As such, this place has been around for a number of years, and we are designating this a historical site as it's rebuilt. We will honor Delroy here and the neighborhood and community here in South Philly. You can say whatever piece works for you and why you've done this, and we're going to have someone from Delroy's team, since he's not here for whatever reason that is. Apparently he's sick. He's an older fellow. Understood. Hopefully it's not the Rona, as the kids say it. But yeah, there's a doctor here speaking in his stead, so that should be great.
Great.
Perfect. I'm so sorry to hear that he's not feeling well.
Yeah, so you should meet the doctor. I'm gonna go say my piece, and we'll get this going. Do
Thank
you
you.
only really show up to things at night?
I do only show up to things at night. I'm just so busy during the day. I am, I own my own business. It takes a lot of work. I'm very hands-on with it. So the night's the only time I get to do anything. I
Okay.
appreciate you. I appreciate you making time for me.
Oh yes, absolutely. I appreciate you bringing your resources and business to Philadelphia. It is it's excellent for the city and excellent for the people, and we're glad to see someone with like you to really be a part of this. Thank you.
You're very welcome. After everything that we've all been through, you can't let people lose hope. And if you lose steroids, you lose hope.
Amen. Or whatever. I'm gonna just go do my thing.
Okay.
And the mayor gets up and has a little speech. Ari, one of the mayor's people introduce you to Katura. Serenity, are you close? Are you sticking around, Ari, or are you like
Yeah, I
staying
would.
back
In
out?
case anyone gets too dang close, I am staying close to her.
Okay.
Anybody with a phone comes within 5 feet, just judo chop them.
I can and I
guess
will.
I guess you're gonna have to judo chop Katura because that phone does not ever leave her hand.
No, I mean, Serenity would be like, "Oh, no pictures, no pictures, no pictures," because we all know that the other is kindred, right?
And
we
you're
know?
starting to see, as y'all don't know, Katura is
no,
kindred.
I didn't think
do
so.
Not.
Oh.
And since Blush of Life is happening right now, you really would have no idea, since y'all don't. Nobody in this group has Auspex or blood magic to see.
We really need
If
somebody
someone
with that.
is a kindred or not.
We should really have gotten a Tremere somewhere. I should have made a fucking Tremere.
Oh, this is great. You don't need those things. I've played around with them for forever. So Katura, the people are like, this is Dr. Retzer. She's here in place of Delroy Lindo to speak in his stead. She's someone who grew up in the community and has known Delroy for most of her life. This woman is, I believe, Dr. Sir's assistant.
Right, Sanchez. Nice to meet you.
And there's cameras flashing, and the people there keep looking at the camera like,
I just like I don't know how tall Ari is, and again, trying to like
not.
I'm just like at her side like this, like trying to be like as covering as
and they're trying to like, you see people like trying to move around and like get good pictures, and they're getting pictures of Katura, and they get pictures of Ari in there, and it just keeps, and you just see people keep looking at the cameras like, what is happening? This is weird. Like you see somebody turn around and like take a picture of a building, and it looks fine. Then they take a picture of y'all, then it doesn't look fine, and they're like, "What the fuck?"
It's lovely to meet you, Doctor, and Serenity. It's nice to meet you as well.
It's lovely to meet you.
And again, Katura, you know them; they don't know you.
Yeah. He is sadly indisposed at the moment. He isn't feeling himself.
Yeah, and quarantine is important if in that case. Yeah.
I've never known Delroy to be sick.
It's amazing how resilient he has been. I think this just shook him a little bit. Something as big and traumatic as this is gonna kind of knock the wind out of your sails a little bit. So he was feeling under the weather.
Right. Well,
don't need an inside check to know that right was a right.
Not at all. Well, it's good. Yes, come in his stead. you make up for him with hiding here.
You're gonna have to repeat that, my darling.
Yeah.
Oh.
It just
Not
roboted
roboted.
hard.
Yep. Hold on. Yep, that was fine. It sounded like you said it farted. It's like I appreciate okay.
You're good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
Mhm.
That's just what it sounded like to me. Yeah, I just appreciate that people could be here in his stead when he's feeling under the weather.
Mhm.
Of course. I believe they want, especially you, to say a word.
Yeah, and then I mean afterwards I would love to have a discussion with you guys.
Sure, that sounds great. Serenity has told me a lot of good things that you have been doing, so I would love to. That would be wonderful. We were trying to, and I would guess Serenity at some point has mentioned the philanthropic. Is that an orchestra? Nope, that's the Philharmonic. Anyway,
Philanthropy.
there you go. The philanthropy that you have done.
Philanthropic
Is it a word?
That is
Okay.
that is a
Anything
word.
I would
Yeah.
I did just establish she does in fact work at Torres Fan Foundation.
Yeah.
So she's just your foundation's great. I love it.
Oh, I turn to Serenity and I say, "Oh yes, it looks beautiful on you."
Oh, thank you.
I don't know who shade matched you, but they did an amazing job. It really makes you glow. It's beautiful.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I suppose we have an audience and things to get done. So let's get going.
And Ari is very much just like, please go away.
Just like
so the people who are using video cameras, like they can't tell anything's going wrong on their end. You hear people like everything looks fine, like coming through clear from what I can see, but you hear like random people in the background talking about what's actually showing up on TV. We're getting great audio, but there's some distortion in the picture. Y'all don't hear that part, but I would say that Ari is familiar enough to know that this is happened before.
Yeah, I can tell that it's happening too, right?
Oh, you knew before you got here.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
once you saw Ari, you were like, "Oh, that's La Sombra. That's part of
Like,
this."
oh,
group."
this is gonna
be
all my
great.
good pictures. She's gonna ruin all
Exactly.
my good pictures.
This is
But,
like you've been taking selfie with the kids and stuff like that.
yeah.
Obviously, you have not taken a selfie with the doctor, which
Didn't
seems
even-
out of place for
didn't even-
everybody else. Didn't even try. Didn't even stop.
offer.
Nope.
I definitely I took a selfie with Serenity.
Yep.
Did not even bother taking a picture with Ari. Didn't ask. I was just like, and like it was one of those things where it's like, that shirt, okay.
And I would say that without having to roll, you would notice this, that you've been specifically left absent in the selfie thing, which would give you a hint that somebody knows a little bit more than they're telling here.
Yeah. Mostly because it's like, okay, we might not, even if she doesn't like me, she doesn't seem like the type to just not take a selfie with the other speaker. Like, okay, something hinky.
Mm-hmm.
And then the right. I'm like, I know this language very well.
And I will say, like, you don't get the sense that she doesn't like you. You know what I mean? Like, it's definitely not that, because she doesn't feel a type of way about you either way, you know, like,
right.
We just met. So
I've known you for 45 seconds. You seem okay, I guess.
I'm just not taking pictures with you.
Yeah. Oh.
Cool.
And Ari is definitely, Serenity, you would pick this up, the most out of sorts you have probably seen her. Like,
if at any point she
very
can't give her hand a
uncomfortable.
squeeze, like it's gonna be okay. We'll figure it out later.
Brayden's in your head like, Ari, baby, you listen. You just have to play the role now. Get this done. Get out of here. Throw on some charm. So that way that like people remember you. Even if you like, so they don't remember what the hell is happening with their cameras. Can't you awe them or scare them? Do something.
And scare everybody.
Brayden doesn't care.
Oh.
No, I know he doesn't care. I'm like thinking out loud to myself.
Oh.
So the mayor gets done, gives Katura opportunity to get up on the mic. If you want to role play this out, you can. If you don't, who gives a shit? We can just skim past it.
Let's not and say that we did.
Okay. And you give a speech, and everyone is basically like, "Oh my god, she's so awesome!" Click, 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 click. All of the pictures, and then Ari, it's your turn.
Thousand-yard stare.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I'm reading how compel works.
Someone in
It is
chat is rooting for
only-
your shadow
And
temperature.
it is only to get them to do something, as far as I can tell.
Yep.
Do you have all?
I do not. That was Oscar.
Fuck. Well,
Yeah, it's only to get them to do something.
Yep. I mean, you could try to get someone to do something.
so I'm reading the comments.
I mean, if you like, I can toss out some ideas. I have things.
Please, because I'm like, well, murder spree, and that's probably
No. What you could do is, you go to like the mayor and be like, for this particular part, you have a extreme camera shyness, and maybe you just want tape recorders only.
You got anything else?
No,
I mean,
that would work.
No, I'm talking to you, Liz. Like, you got another plan?
No, and I'm my whole thing is I would imagine that Ari probably had to do this once or twice before, just for the hospital and stuff with it. But we also had people at that point. Brayden was like, no, we'll just cut that out. It's fine. Yeah, let's go ahead with that. I'll just that would that's gonna really piss off everything for the video.
Sarah understands. It's fine. Just do it.
I threw out an idea of how
No, you did,
Ayla
and
Summer
I
potentially
appreciate.
roll around this. You don't have to do anything. Now I say you can just get up there and just start talking and let them deal with whatever they come.
There's already so many people who want us dead for that shit, though.
You gotta make a decision.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get the mayor to go ahead and just do audio for it.
I need a rouse check because compel requires a rouse check.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it does not.
It does not.
You're right. Okay.
We would have
In
all
that
been at
case,
3.
roll your charisma / dominate
Charisma and dominate.
versus an average intelligence and resolve.
Charisma.
It is not a lot of dice for the mayor.
It's only 4 for me. What did I get? Really?
Oh God.
Man. Am I gonna have to use willpower on this?
Yes.
Oh no, we're off to a great start, y'all.
You could rouse the blood for an extra to charisma. What is your charisma at now?
My charisma's only a 2.
Yeah, so you could rouse the blood and get 2 more dice to charisma. I'd allow that.
That didn't do what I wanted it to.
Success. So now you have 2 more. You get a +2 on your roll, and I'll let you just roll that way.
Okay. So +2 plus my willpower reroll. That didn't do what I wanted it to.
No, that did not. Just roll like a regular roll.
Okay.
Charisma
Dominate.
dominate. Yep.
Charisma. +2 is still clicked.
And
Let's go.
you are looking for a success, 3 successes, which
4.
you have gotten 4. The mayor's like, Doctor, that is an odd request, but I'll see what I can do. And you see the mayor rushing around to his people. And there's a lot of confused looks and cameras go down. And a few people whip out phones. Some people actually whip out real tape recorders.
I like them.
And some of the camera people just pull away and start taking pictures of the taking photos or video of the kids and the people in the neighborhood in Katura, but they record you saying your piece.
Cool. I will say my piece.
And it goes
It
over. Actually, you know what? I will give me another charisma and persuasion roll. And this is basically tells all the people to see if they are swayed by you.
That I should be able to do.
And I will give them a roll as just like a whole party and see what I get. Ooh. 7 successes.
Wow.
So you don't get booed,
Well, that's important.
but they are.
Can I? Where is it? Can I use my very interesting? You know what? No, we got other shit to do tonight. I'm not going to use that now.
You're going to use your clan.
I was thinking about it. I'm like, no, this just hurts your pride. Let's just let it go.
Yeah. You basically stumble and stutter a little bit. This is not like, you're pretty charismatic when you want to be, but this isn't really your thing.
I'm a Dr. Jim.
And
This is funny thing. Serenity has higher charisma than you.
Serenity, you hear in the background, it's like, this probably been way better if they'd just had Delroy up there, honestly. Who is this doctor? Maybe they should stick to the ER.
Bruh, if I could, I would.
Trust me, we would.
But you walk off and the mayor's like, well, I think everybody was willing to go along with your request, doctor, because they were having some weird camera things. But it seems like the folks tape recorders got some pretty good clips.
Wonderful.
Like there's some quotes that'll be used.
I am sure that the beautiful woman who spoke before me is going to be far more interesting. And I'm glad that there was somebody here that kept everybody's attention.
So maybe another 20 minutes go by and there's some like hobnobbing that has to happen, and then you're good.
And then I run.
I follow after.
I don't actually run, but
and
we need to get out of here.
You want to? Y'all meant to talk afterwards.
Are you guys actually running?
I definitely am doing kind of a wide
Hello,
route,
goodbye. Hello, goodbye.
avoiding.
Hello, goodbye.
Yeah, I'm avoiding anything that looks like it might be electronics.
You two took an Uber, right?
No, we drove.
No, you
We
drove.
had
Okay.
the Range Rover.
Okay. Well, if they're gonna run away, I think I just might show up to their house later.
Perfect. I
You know
love
where we
this.
live? Oh no.
I know
Everybody
everything.
knows where Ari lives.
Well,
I
the
know-
cam don't.
I know everything.
The cam do not, but Dracula does. So I don't know if that's better or worse, honestly.
I'm trying to look on the bright side for once. God damn you.
Anyway, so y'all get out of there. Y'all hop in the Range Rover with Sarah, peace the fuck out. Katura, you hop in the limo and like follow that Range Rover.
Do we see?
Do we notice we're being
Are y'all
followed by
even
a limo?
looking for being followed at this point?
I would say Ari's probably on edge. Just because that is a very uncomfortable thing.
Y'all did already agree to talk to her, by the way. I'm just tossing that part out there. Y'all did say
Oh, so we wouldn't have left then if we were going to talk to her anyways, if we knew that ahead of time. I thought we didn't know that.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it's really funny if you guys leave.
Oh no! Here's
I
the
show up
thing.
to your house.
Ari 1000% would be trying to leave, so it would be up to Serenity to be like, "No, get your ass back here. We said we were having a conversation.
We just need to finish this conversation and we can go. We need to do this. Just us and her in private. That's it. Right?
Oh yeah, we could talk in my limousine. If you'd like. Very private.
Sure. It's just like she's getting shy.
I'm not getting into anybody else's cars. I know what happened last time somebody got into a car that they ain't know. They got roasted. Literally.
Okay. Well, where would you suggest we go?
Let's just go for a walk.
Sure, that works. If that's right with you.
You will not be able to walk without attracting a crowd.
In the damn car.
Let's sit in our car then. We're not gonna cook you.
Cook me?
Long story. Let's do a long story about a cooking mishap. Let's go.
Right.
A friend's car caught on fire. It was horrible.
Right. Okay. Where are you parked?
Couple blocks. And honestly, I don't even think we're a couple blocks. I think we're probably the next open block.
Yeah, it's more like parking in South Philly is terrible. So Sarah's basically been doing loops outside of the part of the neighborhood that's closed off.
Katura will walk as far as she needs to in her heels without a complaint.
And there are people following. Still a few basically paparazzi following y'all, but they're getting annoyed because of the whole camera situation. So there's only like 2 or 3 who are still there. One of them actually pulls out a Polaroid camera.
Okay.
Oh, I wonder if that would work.
Would it?
Probably not.
It does not.
No.
How does the film develop though? Like what does it look like when it develops?
Is it like it pops at the top? Does it pop at the bottom? Details.
Honestly, I would say like on a regular camera, it just sort of goes fuzzy and flickers like, you know, a TV screen going bad. But on a Polaroid, it catches you like a fuzzy black blob, like a shape of a person, but not necessarily a person itself. But all of the rest of the details of the picture are there, except
that picture's ending up on Unsolved Mysteries.
So that person actually does get a picture and gets really fucking confused.
Are they? Is it media?
Yeah.
Is there any way I can kind of make note of who the hell it is?
Roll me a wits and awareness check.
I'm rolling great tonight, gang, so this is gonna go real well.
I mean, Serenity, you could too, because you actually would care. I don't think Katara would.
Okay. What am I rolling?
Wits and awareness.
Oh wait. I still need to up my awareness. Sweet Jesus. Oh no, it's almost all blood dice.
So 4 successes.
4
for
successes.
Ari.
1, 2, 3. 3 successes.
Having used 2 of my willpower already, though.
This is not. I mean, it's a Polaroid, so it's not quiet. And
Could
would you
I?
all? Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, could I maybe turn around and tell the paparazzi, you know, my friends and I are trying to have a private conversation. Would you please leave?
You can roll. I suppose if you want to do it, you could persuade them to GTFO with charisma and persuasion. Or
Okay, so do I grab a die for each dot, or how do I?
Yes, dice are equal to your dots.
Okay.
And remember to replace 2 of those dice with red dice.
You have a lot
Correct.
of dice.
3
for
dice,
this.
right?
As a matter of fact, given the amount of charisma and persuasion you have, you don't have to roll. If you took half of these, you would still win. So
Okay.
I was if you just want to roll dice, you can roll dice, but that is
I mean, I love
8
rolling
dice by
but
itself.
yeah.
No help, no nothing. Oh wow, that's a lot. That's how much I roll for slightly more. Oh no, I roll like 11 dice for strength and brawl.
Yeah, that's 8 dice, and the maximum that I could get potentially is a 4. So
no point.
I tell them, because they're taking pictures. I've noticed. I know what happens when they take pictures of Ari, and they're just kind of being. I love my fans. They're kind of being annoying.
mm-hmm.
So they need to leave.
I will say, Ari, you notice that the man with the and what did you roll, Serenity? What was your number? 2. 3. Oh, okay. Ari, you notice this man with the Polaroid, because once he takes out the picture, he stops and looks at it and looks up and then looks at the picture again and looks up and looks real confused like.
And as she's go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, can I see it real quick? Like real excited.
And when you do that, he pulls it closer to himself and steps back.
Please give it to her.
Something weird happened, and he gives it to you.
And I'll take it and I'll look down at my shirt and like make it real obvious I'm like looking myself over, and I'll be like, this works great. I love this thing. Like, this is awesome. Like real like this is dope, guys. Like, look how this worked. And I'll like show it to Serenity.
Whoa!
Like, that's,
I totally shouldn't have learned this, but yeah. I mean,
I look at the picture, I say, oh, I have seen that kind of technology before. I thought about getting some myself because, I love the paparazzi, but sometimes you just want time to yourself.
Yeah, like you need your privacy too, of course.
Yeah. I'm glad to know it works.
People were saying that you weren't coming through on any cameras, and this is weird.
In what way?
Well, like,
how is it weird?
Even with technology, like anti-paparazzo technology, that people don't just appear as blobs, just human shape, like a shadow on a picture, and the other people come out fine.
Well, I mean, I'm not wearing that kind
Sounds
of
distorted.
technology.
God knows.
This person looks shook. However, I think if you'd like to, Katura, you have something to make this person forget.
Yes. I will do that. Do I just roll? Do I just roll one die, or do I have to roll?
Yes. So you would roll your charisma and dominate.
Okay.
Versus their wits and resolve, because this person is not unprepared for some weird shit now, because it says it is no roll is required against an unprepared mortal, but this person is looking at this picture like, this is not right. Like, nothing I've ever seen looks like this.
And it's just 2 red die for 3 hunger, or is it 3 red die?
3 hunger is 3 red dice.
Okay. You said I have to roll above a 6?
No, I'm rolling for them.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
Oh, what'd
tell
you
me
get?
what you got for successes. Yes, every dice that is 6 through 10 are successes.
I have 4 successes.
Okay, and if you have a 10 on 2
I do
dice,
have a 10.
They have to be in pairs. And those will count as 4 in that case. Otherwise,
okay, I only have. Okay.
All right, so this person is rolling their dice. This is wits and resolve. All right, bear with me a moment. I have 3 successes, so I believe that means you went out. So, what do you tell them? Just forget, or?
Yeah. You know what? Forget you ever took that picture. And maybe get your camera checked out. Yeah, I'll tell them to forget, and then, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
No,
okay, sorry.
I was just gonna say, I'm assuming Serenity recognizes what's happening now.
I tell him to forget, and then after he does, I ask him, "Are you married? Do you have a wife?
I do.
Or a husband, or just a partner?" Okay.
I'm married to my husband. We've been married for 22 years now.
Do either of you like makeup or skincare?
Well, yeah, he does drag.
Okay. Reach into my purse and I give him like a $50 gift card to my online shop.
Thank you. And I'm gonna go get my camera checked out.
Yeah, it was weird, but you know, I don't know a lot about Polaroids. I'll be honest with you, but I mean, I do think it's just the technology. But
yes, it's a little old, but
yeah,
it's generally served me well. But thank you. And he shakes your hand and sort of looks at y'all. Bye,
thank
ladies.
You for coming.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night.
And just starts walking back away. Everybody else left with your charisma check that you did before, so everybody else is just like, they out. And you have this Polaroid picture that this man had.
That's fun. I just put it in my pocket.
Are we aware of what just happened?
I'd guess so at this point. Yeah.
I mean, I would guess, but I want to make sure before I assume and then say something and get told, no, that's not, you don't know that. I like to make sure I know it before I say it.
Oh, yeah. You've seen this sort of thing happen before.
It's happened to me.
You know what it means. Yeah, if it wasn't aware, like if you weren't aware that Katora was kindred before, you are after this situation. Because the charisma check was just more like a magnitude of personality. The forget the cloud memory, that is not just a personality check. That is
I know.
Very much like oh, that person's eyes went wonky and they looked really confused. And then they said something about fixing their camera, which y'all clearly just saw was working just fine.
Yeah, we know. If
Yeah.
anything's going to be like, oh, thank God. Like, I don't have to keep, oh, thank God, we don't have to pretend anymore. Okay.
And Sarah pulls up.
Does Serenity say that out loud?
A little bit, yeah, like, she just says, oh, thank God, we don't have to pretend anymore. Oh,
With
thank God.
her, I turn to her and I say, pretend? Darling, I've known this whole
Everybody does. Hop in.
But we didn't, I figured you knew us, we didn't know you, so it's good to know that just personally. Anyway. Okay, we get in the car.
I would have told my driver to, follow.
Yeah,
Sarah
also
looks
them
back
tell
and
them to
goes,
follow.
holy shit.
I know.
You didn't tell me she was getting in the car with us.
Yeah, that's recent development. We needed to have a conversation away from the things. And we can speak candidly. We're good.
Is she
She's
like,
Yep.
yeah,
holy shit.
I flapped
Yep.
a bang.
Wow. Are we going somewhere specific?
Ari?
No. I'd say just we're giving her a tour of South Philly and the historic site that she has saved and what it means to the community.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you,
then
darling.
I'll do a few laps.
And so I'm just out of character. What is Sarah to?
She's my ghoul. She
Okay.
is, yeah.
She
Okay, just making
knows, and
sure.
she's kind of bonded to Ari right now. So like,
Okay, just I wanted to make sure because I didn't want to
say the wrong word. Yeah.
not even to say the wrong word, but like maybe say something that'll tip her off if she wasn't in the know.
Right.
If anything, you would probably gather what I just said to her. Like now she knows.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. If you want to just drive me around, and we can talk about where Delroy actually is.
That. Yeah.
Beats the fuck out of us.
Scared the shit out of us. Yeah. Like we don't know where he is. Dude fucked off. So we're just trying to pick up the pieces.
Does that sound like Delroy to fuck off?
No,
No,
Delroy
but-
has sat in the same chair outside that bodega for I don't know how many years.
40, 70, God knows.
For him to be missing is
Concerning.
unusual.
How long has he been missing?
Since last night.
Of course, dude decides to disappear exactly when he is needed, but we're not getting into that.
Disappeared. Sounds more like something maybe happened to him.
That is entirely likely, as the only
yeah.
information we have is he went down into the subways.
Back to somebody. He didn't even tell us who.
Yep.
Just said, I'll contact. He's gonna be the death.
Well, sounds like we need to find him.
Yeah, probably.
You think?
Well, I guess we could, I don't know how comfortably work, like, sending somebody, us, the only reason we haven't gone down there is because we don't know what's down there, and two of us by ourselves is probably a bad idea.
Well, I do know that that's where the Nosferatu
Right, the Nos are down there. It's
hang out,
flesh
essentially.
monsters. It's the thing. It's
As they are wont to do.
what'd you say? I'm sorry.
As they are wont to do. There's Nos and flesh monsters.
Okay. I've seen my fair share of both.
So, just to get it out the way, why are you curious about Delroy
Yeah.
and wanting to have a conversation? And I'm sure you understand, as we have told our last compatriot, that being seen with us is generally
Bad
frowned
idea.
upon. And really,
Yeah.
I kind of look over at Serenity and I'm like, we were told there's a blood hunt and we're just letting somebody jump in the car with us. I'm surprised we're still alive at this point.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm surprised as well, but like, I mean, if they wanted to kill us, they would have by now.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not interested in any bloodshed.
That's
Just so you're
reassuring.
aware.
Mhm.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to a lot of those things. I think some of them are very they're very archaic. I'm interested in Delroy because he is a pillar in this community. He has power and sway. I want to establish myself here.
Mm.
Is that okay?
No, it's not you. It's just you're good. You're good. It's just Delroy's been kind of, how do I put this nicely? Sorry.
I'm not in the mood for nice with Delroy at the moment, so you're perhaps the only one who would try and put it nicely.
He's being a dumbass most of the time. Like, he does have friends here. He does have some sway. However, he seems to not know when to buck up and be a baron and when not to.
Interesting. Well, we'll fix that too.
Cool. Like, hey,
I'll be right back. My headphones are dying.
Go.
Are y'all going to tell her about did Delroy tell y'all about the deal with the prince? He did, didn't he?
Yes, he told us
Yes.
about the Samson deal, which we will get to because she is trying to get in with us. She needs to know we're in the middle of that.
We're just a mess, y'all.
Welcome to us. When has that not been the case? Since day one.
We good?
And then she's connecting it.
My headphones are being weird.
No
You're
worries.
fine. You're fine. Do what you gotta do. It's important.
If need be, we could take a short break here, or we could have it just after this because I have a thing.
Okay. I think we're
Sweet.
good.
Excellent. I can hear you fine. Can you hear us?
Boop 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 boop.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. It's my other
I love your
headphones. Are still
tattoo. I didn't
trying-
know you had that.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So, are y'all going to tell her about the deal with the prince?
Yeah, I'll say, in regard also to that whole blood hunt situation.
If I get called off?
Excuse me. Nope, that's still on. In order to get it called off, we have to go take care of a problem for the prince that involves hunting and killing or getting rid of dead or alive. They said they didn't particularly care. A rogue Zamishi, I don't know how to pronounce it.
I don't know if I can say it. I don't know.
That has just been straight up chewing on people in multiple pieces.
Oh, yeah, I have heard something like that.
Yep.
I would be willing to say, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but Annabelle is a Toreador. Very, very much lots of influence, very pretty, yada yada yada, but is known for being basically a murderous psychopath. Katura, you would have heard of Annabelle. I'm going to go out and not be on a limb and say y'all would not get along at all whatsoever.
Absolutely fucking not. I cannot stand her.
Well, join the club.
Yeah, we're
How
kind
did
of. Delroy spoke for us.
how did she become prince?
Old one got blown up.
Yeah,
And
And there were no other contenders?
They
that
all got
one
blown
I
up
don't
too.
know. The whole Union League
And
got
only
blown
one
to
person
hell.
survived. We don't talk about her.
I'm
Lost.
guessing more than one survived. I'm still pretty sure Sovereign's around.
Oh yeah, him too. But he's not. He wasn't in the running anyway. Well, he was a seneschal, wasn't he?
He was.
Oh well. I guess they assumed he was dead. I don't know. So literally, most of the people who would have taken her spot got blown up, and so new people came in, and then Annabelle got put there by the Justicar.
Would I know how old Annabelle is?
Let me think. You are what, like almost 300 years old? Annabelle.
But a lady never tells.
No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know, and
That's more of like out of character sort of thing.
I know.
This is an
I'm
out of
joking.
character reaction. I have never played with anyone who's well, I have, but
Katura is 252 years old.
Oh, I'm double checking, but I think
ninth
Annabelle
generation.
is,
God no, oh God.
is ninth or older. She might be like sixth actually.
Okay.
I'm double checking here. Bear with me a moment.
No, I meant Katura.
10th.
Oh, Katura is 10th gen.
Yeah. Okay.
Annabelle is a 6th gen. So you would have
Okay.
you'd know she's older than you.
Yes. Okay.
But exactly how old, not entirely sure.
Okay.
Guys, to be close to you though, not too far off.
Yeah. Okay. Katura sees something of an opportunity here. Not in this moment, but perhaps in the future.
Oh.
She is seeking power. Just
Oh,
saying.
I get what you're talking about now. Oh boy.
Well, that's for another time.
That's for another
We have
time.
to find Delroy. We have to find Delroy first.
Let's find Delroy first. Yeah, we don't know. We pissed off enough people. Anyone could have grabbed him.
Can I get a wits and awareness check from all of you?
Oh boy, oh
great.
boy.
One success. I can't re-roll any of them.
Oh, hey, critical success.
Excellent. You're looking to beat a 3 here.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I only got one success.
I suppose it won't matter too much, but Ari. And actually, let me do a thing. I want to roll for Sarah. Because I have a generic. Oh, Sarah actually misses this too. Ari, y'all are riding around in South Philly, and you notice that you're being tailed. And you're not being tailed by just any car. You're being tailed by the police. Now, there were police at the event. But this police car looks familiar to you, Ari.
Please tell me it's Jersey plates.
It's not actually, but the person in the inside of it looks incredibly familiar.
Oh no, he came to us.
And with that, we are going to take a short break.
my god.
Well,
Okay.
at least you don't have to go find the serial killer.
Yep, because that's infinitely better. Another
Oh.
showdown in South Philly. All right.
Another showdown in South Philly. And
I mean, again, and remember, Serenity would have mentioned this before, but like, if she gets turned into a vase, put her out of her misery, please.
Yep.
Like, this
all
would
right,
have been
y'all.
a preemptive, like, no, we're not, like, if I get turned into a flesh monster, you're killing me.
We will be back in just about, say, 5 to 7 minutes. It is 10:40 in my time, so let's say 10:47 is when we'll try to be back here. Maybe a hair earlier if possible. But we'll go to the BRB screen, and we will see y'all shortly. And can I push a button? Yes, I can push a button. There we go. And I will... Yes, please run the ad. And we are off.
But I know this one kid that was dumb as it gets. Somehow he never paid for his shit. So who really dumb? The one giving it and taking the shit. I love the criminal life, but it's difficult life. Staying true to your church or your spiritual life. I ain't trying to be the biblical type, but you live by the soul.
left off,
There's my serial
Ari
killer.
noticed that there was a Philadelphia police car behind y'all, and with the critical success margin, Ari noticed that this person behind y'all wasn't just a regular copper. This person is a copper that y'all have come across before. And Ari and Sharkbait went and checked out this copper and things that they potentially done. And this is Officer Sampson. Officer.
Quote unquote.
And well, Officer Sampson wants y'all to see him. So Sarah's driving. But not really paying too much attention. Nobody else seems to catch this, Ari. What do you tell the crew?
Probably point out to Serenity with the whole look but don't make it obvious at who's following.
You're talking Serenity.
Serenity just
Turns
Yeah.
all the way around in the
Yeah.
seat.
Leave,
Knees
rolls down the
on the
window.
full seat.
leans, rolls
Well, I'm
down the
short,
window,
so I have to
leans
do
out
that.
of it, leans
Who
out
is
the
it?
window just to see.
No, I just turn around. I just turn around.
Remember when we were driving home and we got pulled over, or we were pulled over, and we met that officer? He's behind us.
Remember, you say he was
Yeah.
a killer?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I look over at Katora. So
turn
we
into a
got
flash monster, you kill me.
that. I know. Remember how I was saying we were supposed to go find this dude? He found us. He's behind us.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's less work for us, I guess.
Supposedly, yeah. I guess we gotta go kill a fucker.
So, what would you guys like to do about this? Should
Sarah's
we?
like, what is
pull
this about
over?
a serial killer?
Apparently, there's one behind us.
Fair.
You weren't
Also,
there-
unmute yourself on Google again.
I didn't mute myself before. It probably muted when I switched headphones, and I didn't realize
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't do that. So, should we find a quiet spot to pull over?
That's what I would imagine. I'd say a park would be a good idea. And part of me really wants to take it to the werewolf park because that would be hilarious. But that might also get us killed even faster.
So wait,
So-
that's not a regular police officer behind us?
No, it's not.
Is this like some Terminator shit?
A little bit.
Kind of.
Honestly, yes. Not even kind of, like, yes.
Basically, Kindred likes to eat all of people. We were sent to stop him. He found
Should
us.
I be going fast? Should I take us to Jersey? Like,
No, don't go to
Please
Jersey.
don't
Where
take
is
us
where
to
he found
Jersey.
us?
Never go to Jersey.
Don't go to Jersey.
Not everything is going to Jersey.
No, it is. You just got to know where to go. A park would perhaps be a good idea so that we don't run into the same situation we were in 6 months ago.
To be fair, that happened in a park.
well, the closest park is that park, so we should definitely not go there.
No, let's not invite
do this
that
again.
repeat of history.
Katura is just like tennis match back, forth, listening to the conversation. Like, I'm just new here.
Okay, so we're going to the werewolf park. You do know that part of
No,
that
we're
guy-
not. Is that the next closest park?
Well, I heard werewolf park.
No,
didn't
let's
know.
not. I have a crazy idea that would get us killed. No, we're not involved in the damn werewolves, as funny as that might be.
We
Well,
can find a park that's closer than that one, than the one we want to not repeat. That'd be great.
I have an idea, but you might not like it.
Where?
We could go
Wolves? Just
to.
kidding.
We could go under the bridge near the water. There's usually nobody there at this time of night. But we do have to go into Jersey.
You're saying there'll probably be us. Let's go.
To go to Jersey.
My whole life trying to get out of Jersey. Anyway, yeah, that'll work. I don't know if it's better or worse, but that'll work.
If it's dark, you'll be able to do shadowy shit.
I don't know if that's better or worse, but it'll work.
And so she gets the car pointed towards the stadiums. It's like, well, we could. No, this is a bad place. Season started. Shit. Yeah, it looks like Jersey's gonna be the best place to go.
Look, we can hate Jersey later. We just, do the thing.
I can hate Jersey and do the thing.
It's true.
It's called multitasking.
So she doesn't get on the highway, actually. She takes city streets, and this car is not trying to go any closer to you. It is just patiently tailing you to wherever you're going. And Sarah is doing some evasive maneuvers. Sarah is a great driver, but this cop car is not losing y'all.
Nah, he knows.
Is my driver still following?
Your driver is still following.
Okay.
Though your driver has called you and it's like, Mrs. Baptiste, are we heading into Jersey?
Yes, we are.
Why?
Meeting with some friends. Is that okay?
You do realize there's a Philadelphia police officer following you, yes?
Yeah. I do see that, yes. But the lights aren't on.
You don't find this odd?
I do find it odd.
Could
we say that the driver is my ghoul?
Yes.
Okay. We do find it odd, and apparently there is some familiarity here. We're just gonna go to a quiet place and handle it. Please keep following.
Yes. Should I call someone? Do we need an arsenal?
1 second. Do we need an arsenal for this?
Helpful. If I touch him, he might turn me into goo.
Yeah, it sounds like we might need an arsenal, some backup or something. Maybe call the werewolves. I heard they're fun.
We will not be getting in contact with the Garu. I understand the appeal, but that is, generally speaking, a absolutely terrible idea. You pay me to be honest with you, and therefore I will be.
That's true. Murray, you've been honest with me for over a century now. I trust your judgment. You just know I love the werewolves.
Yes,
there's a really good looking one in this town. I just
no
gotta say,
Team
Anthony
Jacob.
Come on, you know me better than that.
Anthony looks real good. However, apparently this thing is frowned upon. Anyway.
You have the hots for a werewolf?
He's pretty. What do you want?
I mean, hey, I can get pretty girls. You can get pretty boys.
Werewolves can be a lot of fun.
Focus. Come
Just
on,
saying.
Focus. We gotta focus. Anyway.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Delroy's in a cage.
It's true.
Sorry, dude.
It's true.
Hey, we'll come rescue when we have more information. Don't worry about it.
It's fine. I had a whole plan, but it's fine.
You'll get over, across the bridge, and you actually pull up to what looks to be like an empty shipyard. And there's some lights under here, but it doesn't seem like anybody's working. Just a bunch of old sort of ships. You think this is mostly where people like go fishing, take out their old fishing boats or whatever, but it's not too much going on. It's just a bunch of older ships. There's lights and there's like boxes and stuff like that. But this is away from the Navy Yard, which is the next closest place to it. So y'all don't attract, well, military attention. Do you think this is a good battleground? I don't.
As long as it's far enough away from people, let's do it.
I mean, the most people around here are probably the bars over on the other side of the water. And honestly, they'll be drunk as fuck anyway.
No, yeah, that's fair. And honestly, that it's do or die. So let's pick a place and go.
Should I stay? And she
Ari,
pulls out a gun.
Got that thing on her at all times.
I adore her for that. I
Yes.
don't want you to. Okay.
Ari, you would also know that one cannot simply touch you and turn you into goo.
No, it takes it takes a little
time.
bit of effort.
Well,
It takes work.
what is?
I don't know, maybe
I
a
put my hand on
real
both.
high level, but
I put a hand on both Sarah and Ari. I adore you both. Let's all be careful. Don't die. That's the plan.
and we jump out of the truck like badasses.
Her like, I guess it's okay if I die. But
No.
I'm
Be
kidding.
careful. No, Bernie was very
I know
clearly
I'm new
like, be
here,
careful.
but-
I just don't know you that well.
Leave me your empire. That's all I ask. Anyway, let's go.
Perfect.
And I was
Fucking
putting my
perfect.
army knife on me at all times. So
Yeah, I would imagine that at this point, Ari does keep like a machete or two in the truck just because we seem to not be able to avoid bullshit.
right, like give me the big knives. I'll go slice them, and you guys can shoot them.
Are you more effective with knives or without them, honestly?
Oh, actually, I mean they're both.
Because knives
Without
fall under melee.
Oh yeah, I have
whereas-
I'm only, but it's only one dot less, so I carry it. It's more like I'll keep them on my side in case I miss with my fist. I can like
Okay. Cool.
one with a knife, one without.
Okay. Works for me.
like
I'm
this.
sorry,
too.
I'm
This
being
is how you
dumb.
stab. This is how you stab into.
Sweet.
That was really.
We are doing good, gang.
I am grappling with the fact that I might have to say goodbye to Serenity tonight. Okay, leave me alone.
That'll be fine. We'll do
I
great.
mean, I worked so hard on this character. Watch her perish. Just kidding.
I don't know
okay.
about y'all, but Ari is absolutely gonna live.
I think, I think Katur's gonna live out of spite.
Uh,
I'm just preparing myself in case. I've never had a character die.
so y'all pull into this lot. It is lit by, your typical lot lights. The cop car pulls up, never turns the lights on. And he just sits there. And then your limo pulls up, Katura. And your ghoul, I assume, is smart enough to know that some shit's about to go down. And the gate opening, like where you come into this place, he just pulls the limo sideways across it so that people can't just drive in or out.
Just like we've practiced before.
And the man in the cop car is just waiting, it looks like. Do y'all get out?
Yeah.
Nothing we can do here sitting here.
And he gets out. And he is bald. And he is wearing a full-on police uniform. But when he gets out, you notice that the police uniform is dirty and bloody. And he's a tall white dude. But he doesn't look like a Simisi. Like the Simisi y'all have seen have usually been, in some ways, somewhat grotesque. Even Dracula. Dracula looked like you would imagine a vampire would look if they were human. Like a movie vampire. He's intentionally intimidating, sort of creepy looking. This man looks like relatively normal.
Forgettable almost.
Yeah. But not like, y'all have seen Delroy use Mask of Many Faces, where it is like the most generic of generic faces. This man just looks like your regular ass run of the mill white dude who might be a cop.
So terrifying.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
To us, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, yeah, basically. I don't know how else to put it. We look at this and we're like, fuck.
We're like,
Avoid him at all costs.
Deep breaths. It's okay. You didn't do anything wrong.
for real. Oh my god.
But he's not
for
like
real.
Simisi, like grotesque tall or anything like that. And he gets out of the car and he looks at y'all and he smiles and you see his fangs. And then he goes into the trunk, opens the trunk. And as soon as the trunk opens, y'all are vampires, but you can smell, and it smells awful. It smells like rotting corpses.
Ugh.
And you see him pull one person out, and it's a naked man. And you're fairly certain it's probably this cop. And he pulls another person out, and it looks like a young woman. Then he pulls another person out, and this one looks slightly more decayed. And I need wits and awareness from both Serenity and Ari.
Two.
Any way I could use medicine? Okay.
Sure, I'll allow medicine. just because it's sort of overlapping here.
Okay. I mean, either one. It's only one more dot, so. Ooh.
Ignore the bestial failure because the number is, it's not a 3. Ari, you know this person. You have a good idea who this is, which makes you even more freaked out because that means this person was in your house. You look at the hair, and there's a piece of hair chopped off.
You're gonna tell me this though.
It's
Nope.
not.
It's
I was gonna say-
Aaliyah.
It's
Killed off
Aaliyah.
screen.
And then another person. But this one is still alive and is struggling. It looks like a youngish man. Hair's kind of growing out long from the looks of it. And he's like, let me go. Let me go. Anna's gonna get you. She's gonna get you so bad. She's going to get you. She's never gonna let you just take me and there not be consequences. And y'all know this person too.
Ed.
It's Ed. Ed, look, just beat the fuck up.
Oh boy.
Like he's got the shit kicked out of him.
Mm.
But it looks like whatever's happened to him, he's not dead. But he's like on the cusp of it, if you can be. But he is fighting strong. So he couldn't have been away from Annabelle for too long. And this man looks over at you and he's like, I brought gifts. I thought you might want gifts. I just wanted you all to know that I've been close and I could be part of the family too. Yes?
Personally, I prefer diamonds.
Who is this? This is an unknown. You can't just add unknowns. The other unknown was weird. You and Delroy, you keep adding unknowns, but unknowns are not supposed to happen. There's not supposed to be unknowns. No.
To be fair,
Unknowns.
He kind of caught us at a different time. So,
How long have you been watching us,
yeah, that's
officer?
long time. Sabata will come back. We have things to do here in Philadelphia, yes.
See, that seems like a big chore for you to be drawing so much attention.
Attention? No one pays attention to me. When they see me, then they die. And therefore, attention doesn't matter. But you all are so interesting. I let you go last time because the stories we can tell together, and I needed more time to get all of the things that I needed to get done. I wanted to make sure that you had proper gifts.
What other things were you trying to get done, or was it just the gifts?
It was the presents, and you were supposed to have Delroy here too.
yeah, that one's. We don't have a better explanation for that one.
What did you do to Delroy? Did you lose him?
Yeah,
He lost himself. Yeah.
Quite literally. Long story short, we don't know.
Oh, then you won't see the gift that I got for him. Ed here was supposed to be for Delroy.
And I'm sure he will appreciate it when he gets back from wherever it is he went. We can hold on to it for you.
Oh, Serenity, I have a special gift for you. And
Okay.
he's like, well, she escaped, but it's still a gift. And you hear he brings out a cell phone, and he's like, tosses it to you, Serenity. And the only thing you see on it is like a button that says like play.
Play it. Oh god, I'm over there screaming, aren't I?
No. And it goes, you hear where it said where you and Sierra were talking, and it says when she told you that she loved you and that she wanted to make sure that you're okay and yada yada yada. And then about 10 seconds later, it sort of skips and is like, get off me, you stupid son of a bitch. You think I'm scared of the fucking Sabat? Y'all are monsters. Y'all are trash, and you'll never have anything that you possibly want out of anything. You think you can keep me here? You have no idea the powers that you're messing with. And he's in the background going, but you were part of Sabat one day. You were one of us. It's like, I was never like you, you Antrib, you fuck.
Huh. I appreciate the update, bud.
Y'all give me, where's the proper role for this? I feel like there's a role that would make sense.
I love how there's so many more roles in Vampire, and yet you still sit there going like, I don't know how to make this.
Because yeah, it's so many things. Like I want to have the right one for this. I suppose this would be
another Whistle Awareness, I swear to God.
It's not Whistle Awareness. I would say
I've been doing terrible at those.
It's probably gonna be something you do terrible at as well. I would say intelligence and occult.
I've got a shot at this.
And I'm looking for a 4.
I have 3 blood dice. I only get
shit.
dice.
Messy crit from Ari.
Yeah.
Question. If I have more blood dice and I have an actual pool, do I still just roll the 2?
You roll the blood dice and the whatever your pool would make up of it.
Darling, my pool is 2.
Oh, then yeah, you roll your 2 blood dice then.
I only.
Or I mean, honestly, you have no chance of success at that, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't have a chance of success at either.
Okay. All right, you know the word attribute. This makes perfect sense. You know what that means. That means they're a clan traitor.
Mm-hmm.
This person is not someone who would have been a part of the Sabbat. This is someone who turned on their clan to join the Sabbat.
Interesting.
The other thing, since you got a messy critical, I'll give you another little bit of knowledge. These bodies are not drained. Which would give you an idea of how picky of an eater this one might have to be.
I still say I appreciate the update.
And there's a particular clan that has a very picky eating habit.
Banu, right?
No.
I mean, because
it's a Ventru.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. Liz didn't know that.
Ventru basically find one particular type of person that they like to eat from, and that is the only type of person they can eat from. All other blood makes them vomit. And the only one that was drained was the police officer.
Ivy gets it. Obviously, Serenity doesn't. So when I make,
I would say if this was like, y'all can sort of put this together if Ari is sharing knowledge, but
right. I'm just saying I understand Serenity obviously doesn't because she didn't roll well.
So you follow us here. You bring these. What do you want?
I want to play.
Play what? What game is it that you want to play?
Which of us survives or not?
Ah.
You've messed up the game. You were supposed to have Delroy. You're not supposed to have her.
Again.
We didn't know we were playing, so
Yeah. Sorry.
not really our fault.
You can't lose people and add people. You can't just add people to the games. That's against the rules.
Do you have a list of the rules so we know for next time?
You should know the rules.
Oh, we should. I'm sorry.
What are the rules exactly? Or can I not know them?
The rules is you come to the places, we fight, we see who survives the longest, and then those who survive get to call themselves the strongest. And then we go back to the Sabbat leaders and they make you the leader. Maybe.
Well.
But you all, your group, you were supposed to have one group. Y'all had a team and you've changed the team.
And was it just supposed to be all of us against you? Or do you have a team too?
Of course. I don't need a team. I work better alone.
I mean, if you're still up for playing, we can do it now, or would you rather wait for Delroy? That's up to you.
Oh, you look ready to play. We should play.
Okay.
And have Delroy later.
I see you're a picky eater. Like, and now I'm trying to clue them in. Like, I see you're a picky eater. You didn't finish everything on your plate. What's up with that?
They don't smell good.
And what would happen if you did eat them?
Why is this relevant?
Curiosity.
I mean, you've been following me.
I can eat you.
You've been following me. You know I'm always curious.
Yes, this is why you work with the one not true Sabbat. He taught you secrets. You should not know secrets. He does not play by the rules.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think you were born into the Sabbat either, if we're talking about secrets.
I am Sabbat.
I didn't say you weren't. I said you weren't born there.
Oh, you're plenty Sabbat, but don't worry about that. So, is there a turn order, or are we just going?
Oh, no, right after he says I am Sabbat, he just tries to jump on you, Serenity.
Okay.
Let's go.
That's the go time.
That's the go time.
Let me make sure I
will
have
say,
this correctly. Yes.
I will probably end up saying, let's see who wins.
Oh God.
I would just run at him too and just try to punch him.
Okay, so this is just gonna be a trading blows thing. Well, you know your dice pool, so
yes, I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Go at it.
Should I activate prowess? I'm at 3.
I mean, you might be at dead, so if you got something, now may be the time to pop it.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it. 1, 2, 3. I'm at 4, guys. Oh boy.
Oh, buddy.
I've never been at 4 before. This will be interesting. But I activate prowess nonetheless.
Okay. And your beast is closer, and you suspect that if any blood happens here, you are going to be
10,
on
11.
the
Yep, 11
edge.
nice. Okay.
Oh, 1 second. I dropped the die. I suspect this will not last long. Not with these two punching the shit out of each other.
I mean, is it okay if I know his dice pool?
He is as strong as you are.
Okay.
Oh,
hey,
boy.
even opponent. I like an even opponent. Challenge.
I got a feeling that the two of us are like, no, fuck even opponents.
Yeah. I'm like, oh God.
The fuck is even?
Fuck a fair
Okay.
fight.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4,
I'm
5,
fighting
6, 7, 8.
All right.
Ooh.
Let me make sure I got his.
Wait, do I have any 10s? Hold on.
Sorry, I didn't have his in Fantasy Grounds. I just realized that, but it's fine.
9. Sorry, I took out the 2 that I only got 2 that were not good.
Okay. And then that means that he has. So this can be strength, brawl plus prowess as well.
By all means, go for it, bud.
Also,
I have a great NAS I'm willing to play.
you're counting your character dead already. Slow down, partner. Slow down.
Sorry, I like to prepare myself in case.
Shit, that's a lot of dice.
Like, is it my like how much? Like, okay, so if he's as strong as he's also rolling 11. Okay.
Yeah, he's rolling 11 dice.
There's plenty of time for you to die. We still got to go up against Sovereign.
Actually,
Hey,
I
I don't want to die.
so
I'm
I
just
can actually
prepared
see
if I am.
what I'm rolling.
Oh boy.
This is Balance. All right. God damn it. Just go on the sheet. It's being a pain in the ass.
Just roll it. All good. We trust you.
Yeah, it works. All right, here we go. So
Yeah, just roll.
Yep, I got
hear that
it.
rattling.
I got it. There's a lot of dice here.
Yeah, just roll it and tell me. It's okay. I'm excited. I'm excited for this fight. I'm excited. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited. How many was that?
That is 5 successes. Domestic crit doesn't mean anything here. So you're using the prowess. Prowess just
I think it just adds the
up to half the potence rate into your damage. And we're just gonna split the difference instead of having us have a bunch of how many successes did you get?
9.
9 successes.
Ooh,
All right. And he got 5. So you still take damage here.
That's
Y'all
fine.
basically
We know
just
how much.
run at each other like very comic book scene, like
I'm
anime
here for
thing.
that
And
This is total DBZ moment.
yeah, just
I
that
am
sort
so
of
happy
thing.
about it.
And
Ferrari
everyone
needs
goes
something to punch
flying
every once in a while.
backwards. And
Ferrari needs something to punch at all times.
so that's gonna be half. So you take just round up from the potence. So you take 3 superficial. And he takes 5.
Depending on how big his health is, that might be all of it. Like he might be at 1 aggravated.
No, he's not aggravated yet.
Okay, cool. I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
All right, so y'all both just took punches at each other. Ari, these two are basically just an anime battle. What are you doing?
Take a moment, absorb the DBZ moment that just happened in front of me, pop the shadow arms, and I'm gonna just, I guess, see if, and it's a rouse check.
Success.
Still at 2. I'm gonna see if I can go ahead and wrap this dude up so he stops moving.
Okay.
Which,
Arms
Oh.
on.
so,
right.
do I add potence to? I don't know how this works because I had to take potence. I know that has dots
Are you
too.
using prowess?
Sure,
Okay, you need to
Let's
make
do that
another
too.
rouse check.
rouse check.
I'll allow that here because these sort
Alright,
of
so I'm
working
at
in
3.
tandem. Okay. So yeah, you would add your strength to this essentially. So this can be
Oh, I need all the help I can get.
for the
So-
damage part of it, like to hold him down. But you're gonna roll your what?
So
Wits in
for the
Oblivion to
arms-
pop them, essentially. So you don't pop and attack on the same time, essentially.
The arms use ability to attack and deal superficial damage or grapple.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you, I guess. Because I don't know.
If you want to use your superficial and grapple, I'll also so roll your Wits in Oblivion and do a +1 to that, because I'll basically just say you're adding your potence to it.
Oblivion. What the hell? Wits. And this dude's strong, so I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to help, but nope, wrong button. Mother. You would think after 6 months I would know how to do this.
Meh.
And yet here I am, unable to do this.
Oh shit, we're almost at a year.
Don't worry about the margin. So that is 3 successes. So the arms come roiling out of the dark. Tell me how this looks to you.
It's honestly at this point it's just one. It's just because we're under an overpass. It's shadowy already. Everything, the little bits of light leaking from from the bridge, just kind of the shadows just come around her, and you guys see it almost turn into. It almost looks like a book ribbon. It doesn't look so much like a grabby hand. It's just this long,
so this is really like an anime battle.
It really is.
Just a dark tendril. Like this is like a what is it? Shit. My Hero Academia. Dude, bandages on him, and the dark instead of the a bandage. This is like a dark, shadowy tendril that wraps around him instead. Okay.
I love to watch that show, so we'll find out.
So we'll call him grappled for now. Katura.
Okay. Well, I don't have much in the way of like powers that I could do on him. Can I take off my heels and stab him in the eye with my stiletto?
Please do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love it.
You break your stilettos, but I'm here for it.
Give me a strength and melee roll.
Oh, I have nothing to melee. Could I?
You can rouse the blood and get yourself more strength, or what are you trying to do?
I was gonna ask, could I put my resolve to it, because I feel like she's very resolute and she's like, this has to get done, so let's do it.
Negative. Resolve is not a physical trait.
Okay, fine. What about survival?
Survival? No.
Okay, fine. I will rouse the blood to increase my strength.
Hey, you can be at 4 with me.
Shh, don't curse me with that.
Sorry.
I got a 10.
Success. You do not get hungrier.
Okay, so
see, I made it so that it wouldn't happen.
Yes, you did. Okay, hold on. So,
Do you have any?
Ooh, that
powers?
went. Okay. I got 2 successes.
So you go up to him. You go to take a stab at him.
He's grappled.
It does not pierce his skin.
Damn.
It was
Well,
a
I
good
said
try,
in his
though.
eye. I said in his eye specifically.
Yeah, but you can't quite
It
get
doesn't-
to him because this tendril is kind of holding him, and you're
Is he
trying
too
to.
tall?
Yeah, he's tall, and you're like trying to poke him with the shoe, and it's just it doesn't quite hit. I mean, it pokes
don't
at his
fight.
face, and he goes
I
sort
don't
of thing.
fight.
but-
this is why I said we should call the werewolves. I don't do
And-
this
And Sarah
anymore.
Sarah looks at this whole situation like, move, what are you doing?
What are
And
you
Sarah-
doing?
Sarah's
Shoot
about to
him.
yes, that's what Sarah's going to do. Sarah's going to take a shot at him.
I probably should have shot him, but I thought it would be funny to stab with my shoe.
No, it was good. I love it.
It was funny, and you're at point
It's
blank range.
thinking
Oh, God.
outside the box.
Yes.
Sarah,
I
boom,
appreciate
boom, 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 boom. Let's off 5 rounds. One looks like it glances off of him, sort of pierces the skin, but it doesn't look like he took any damage from it. And Sarah looks very disappointed in herself. Serenity.
I hit him again.
You see him struggling to get out of this thing, but you go to swing at him. Go, have at it.
1, 2. I'm gonna use willpower.
Whenever you say I'm gonna use a willpower, it means something bad. Something is not going right for you.
Yeah, no.
You'll get to see me adding his stats and stuff as we go here, like in real time.
Serenity's short. I don't think 3 successes hits him.
I feel like Serenity and Katura just need to stack on top of each other.
What happened now?
To fight.
What did you get?
Serenity's real short. I'm assuming he's up in the air. She only got 3 successes.
3 successes.
I hit him better when he was moving.
Well, yeah, he wasn't trying to block or move out of the way. He just wanted to punch right back at you.
Unless I read one who was wrong. Oh, I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, these are the things I'm supposed to have. Excellent. You do no damage to him.
Fair.
He takes this like glancing blow, even while he is sort of like tussling with this shadow arm ribbon thing, and he just shrugs this blow off. It looks like, I mean, it shook him a little bit, but he's not like, wasn't enough to break him in any way.
Yeah, fair.
He is going to try to destroy the shadow, essentially. Hold on a second. God damn it. I want to make a strength and athletics roll with him to see if he can break the shadow. And what was your wits and oblivion that you rolled?
It wasn't great.
It was 3.
I think it was
okay.
a 3.
Yep.
4.
Have 3 blood dice.
A constricted victim must roll resolve and composure and achieve more successes than the attacker to pass through the tendrils, incurring no harm.
Excellent. Because he didn't do damage. This is more of just him trying to get away. Okay. Resolve and composure is the roll. All right.
I'm hoping it's less than his damn strength, but it might not be.
It is. So I'll plus composure and then resolve, and we'll just roll it here. Not enough. And there's not even a willpower I can burn for that. So he is still grappled. And now you can do damage with it if you choose. So is your turn, Ari, actually. Yeah.
Cool. You said we're at like a dock. We're not at the Navy yards. We're by just like fishing and there's crates and stuff there's like broken shit and spiky shit and stuff like that, right?
You can break things and make them spiky, but not just naturally broken and spiky.
Break shit. I am weak as hell.
We just trying
Um,
to get something and hope.
so what I'm thinking is I kind of just want to like run him up a one of the, let's not do that motion on camera. One of the
To what motion? Like, sorry, it got covered by my.
like the what is the goddamn word? Holy smokes, that holds the bridge up. One of the legs holding the bridge up. It's not legs. I can't think of the word.
I can't think of the word
Support
either.
beams?
Thank you. Stanchion, support beam, pylon, whatever it is. Could not think of it. Get him up real high and just basically like into the ground.
Ooh, I love that.
Hopefully on something that may break and be spiky, but because it can't, it's a shadow, so it can't just fly through the world. It can't fly through the air.
I hold my shoe out. Just kidding.
You're trying, and I appreciate it.
Oh shit. What are you? So let me get this right. What are you trying to do to him?
So because it's a shadow, it has to be on the wall or the floor or something like that. It can't just drag him up in the air and throw him back down. That's part of the rule. I read it now, and so I'm thinking if it drags him up one of the legs that holds this bridge up, and then just slams him into the ground, that would do damage because he's falling face first into the ground. I'm not sure if it would do more or less than actually like squeezing him with these things, though.
You can try whichever one you'd like to. You get to make the call.
It's with Oblivion. So it's 2 and 2, so it'd be 4 plus 1, so 5. Wouldn't be terrible. And I know that we can bounce back from some pretty heinous shit if we're just falling, and this is more magic. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna squeeze them with these.
I will say, after that last sort of, well, yeah, you go ahead and squeeze them. Go ahead and roll. What are your? How's your damage work on these?
It says it's my wits plus my oblivion plus my potence rounded. Half of my potence rounded up, so just 1.
So it's just 1. Okay, so wits, oblivion, and then your potence. So just roll that for damage because you already have him grappled. You don't have to roll it to grapple him here.
Oblivion. Wits.
And just put the +1 as instead of rolling potence. And Ari, as you're doing this, you notice that after after you're trying to break out of your thing, it's good. So you do some damage here. That glazing shot that hit him, that made him bleed a little bit, the punch from Serenity, the blood from it, all of that, the damage that looked like was on his body, it's gone.
Oh, that's annoying.
But this does do damage to him. You squeeze him and you hear bones crunch a little bit. His back cracks, and he's struggling just. And he takes a superficial damage.
Ooh, it's a lot.
Katura.
I like seeing Ivy with just a hand, like a palm full of dice.
Do you have any points into firearms?
I do. I have 2.
Sarah kicks over a gun to you. It's like,
okay,
fucking shoot him. Do not use your shoe again.
Shut up. It was a good idea. Okay. So firearms, is there any plus to it?
You'll use dex and firearms.
Okay. Boy. And so just to make sure I'm rolling correctly, I want to get all 3 of my hunger points and then for
all your hunger
to
dice,
replace all my hunger dice.
and then whatever the other number, like the ever the rest of your number of dice you're supposed to have should be regular dice.
Okay. I have 3 successes.
3 successes.
Yes.
All right. So you pop off a few shots. Boof, boof, boof. He is grappled, so he can't really move or duck out of them, and you hit with all of them. However, this one is very strong. And of the 3 shots that hit him, it looks like they're closing the wounds on them as you hit him. But he does still have a bullet hole in him, so it does do some damage.
I hate this man.
Oh, it's gonna be annoying. We're gonna be at this for a while, guys. Sorry.
Sarah does the same thing. Sarah's gonna take some shots. Let me see. I think I had. Yep. Here we go. Luckily, humans don't have to worry about blood dice.
Be nice.
Ooh, Sarah did well. That is 6 successes.
Ooh.
That's my girl.
So boom, 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 boom. This is loud, not gonna lie, and it is attracting some attention, but it's hard to see anything that's going on over here. You just see people and sort of like the flash of a gun going off, but no actual like what exactly is happening. There's not enough light for that. So unless someone like comes directly over to this area, y'all are probably fine, but you don't know how long it's going to be before the actual police show up with gunshots ringing out in the night. But there's not a whole lot else y'all can do to what is literally seeming like a scary invincible monster. So let's see. So he would take 1, 2 superficial damage. Okay. Serenity, your turn.
You mean he's not dead yet? Just kidding.
No.
Now we're gonna be at this for a while, guys. That's a bad word.
This is a big scary monster. I legit threw a monster at y'all.
I just got here.
I know. I know.
Club.
In case you missed it, I run a brutal game of vampire.
Katura is looking at Serenity and Ari like, y'all got drama.
Hey, she did. To be fair, she did try to tell you that in the car. Like, I don't know why you wanted to come hang out with us. That was dumb.
Just to see, I'll spend another willpower because I'm assuming this is the big thing.
Yeah, go ahead, do your thing. Just remember, anything that you can do, he can do too. So,
Yeah, that's fine. 6.
6 successes. All right. And is that your damage would be is that with the potence rounded up as well? Or rounded?
What do you mean?
That's with your potence. The damage is the potence rounded down, right?
I have 3 potence and that, so.
Oh, okay. So you would get 2 damage from potence as well.
Well, I thought I was rolling a hit.
Yeah, you're rolling your hit, but just
I don't know how I've kind of forgot how we're calculating damage. I'm just rolling the thing.
So generally the way I calculate damage is I don't make you roll another roll, but in this particular case, have at it. Roll your damage from punching, I guess. So
okay, so with that
same roll, and then it would be with 2.
Wait, so I'm rolling 11 dice plus 2. Or am I only rolling the 6 that I got successes on?
The 6 that you got successes on plus
Okay.
2 potents.
It's still like 8.
Yes. That's where we're going to do this, because I think that's a good way to roll damage. I don't know if that's official rules, but that's what we're doing.
I like it. I like it. Executive decision.
Yeah, forget rules.
4.
So he takes 4 superficial damage. We'll round it down to 1 because of toughness.
I was wondering what it was. I knew there's a power for it, but I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
Of course he took toughness.
Of course he took toughness. And then for his turn, I just have to beat what? What was your
I think it's only a 3.
A 3.
But it's resolve and composure.
It's resolve and composure. Still doesn't beat it. But for his power, he's going to use what is the move? There is another power that I had to. What happened to it? It just disappeared off my fucking screen.
Apparently you don't need it. It's
Good.
fine. You don't need it. It's fine.
What was it?
No, he's going to heal himself.
Oh.
Fucker.
I didn't realize. I forgot there was a power for that.
There is a power for this. It is called Trot of Endurance. But he does have to make a rouse check, so see how that goes. Where's the rouse check on theirs? There it is. Oh, he gets hungrier, and he is at 4 hunger, so he can't be doing this too often. Otherwise, it's gonna go real bad for him too. So, oh wait, no, he can't do that again. Never mind. That's not the one. Yeah, it's supposed to be Valorant. Thank you, myself. Still calls a rouse check, but he rolls his intelligence and fortitude versus a difficulty of 2 and mends the number of superficial health damage levels equal to the margin on the roll.
That's interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Oh, same.
It's called Valorant. One of us in this party has it too.
Okay.
And fortitude. Oops. Oh, so that is just a nothing. He gets nothing. Nothing. You get nothing. And now you can't use that again.
Good day, sir.
Good day. I said good day.
And so that is just his turn. And he is at 5 aggravated damage, or superficial damage now of 6. This is y'all time to shine. Ari.
I'm going to yell.
I'm so excited. I'm sorry.
Somebody get a goddamn flare and shove it in his face. And I'm going to squeeze him again.
Okay. Make that roll.
And it's +1 Wits Oblivion.
Because again, you're just rolling damage because you're already grappled. So 2
more.
That rounds down to 1. And he is at 5 or 6 aggravated damage. Katura.
Oh, he's not dead.
And we still got a few more shots in the clip.
I showed him. Is it possible for me to rouse the blood to add to my dex?
Absolutely, you can.
hungry.
Are you at 4 hunger now?
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
We're gonna eat one of the bodies.
It's gonna be a frenzy check is almost inevitable here.
That's 3 successes.
3 successes. And your clip has 11. So yeah, we'll count all of those and we will round down. So 1 damage. So he's now at 1 aggravated on top of all the rest of the damage he's taking. He's starting to look rough. Those bullet holes that were in him are not healing. Sarah's going to take shots as well. Sarah's going to burn a willpower.
Oh, Sarah can do that? I didn't know.
Yes, humans can still burn willpowers as well.
Oh, nice. I wasn't sure, so.
Sarah gets 4. And that is emptying her clip. So that does get rounded down again because this fucker is strong. But he does move that up to another aggravated damage. And he is screaming at this point. Let me go. Let me go. You don't know what you're doing. Serenity.
She's so happy. Or they're so happy. I love it.
Can't help it, okay?
The joy of rolling 11 dice.
Yeah. At least with this system, you don't have to do math.
Nope.
Like with D&D. It's like, oh god.
4, 5, 6.
With the moves of what? I love it.
Yeah, she loves to yank my chain in that way too.
The phenomena.
The phenomena. Complete it. Okay, do I roll damage or?
Yes, roll your damage. Same way.
Okay. One, 2, 3, 4. Plus none of this adding the dice. The half potence that's only adding dice to roll, not adding +2 to the number.
No, that adds to your damage.
Oh, okay. Well then, 6 total.
Oof. All right, so he takes 2 more aggravated damage. And he is looking beat the fuck up. Like his jaw is kind of like broken to the side now because you're just punching the crap out of him. He's got bullet holes in him and he's desperately trying to get out of this shadow tendril that already has him in. But he has so much hunger that he can't re-roll anything with willpower. So we're going to give this another resolve and composure. Good God. All right, cool. He's still going to try to fight you, Serenity. He's grappled.
Go for it. I've taken 3 superficial this entire fight.
But he's still
Grappled.
fighting to try to get to you. And he's very strong. He's very strong. He can't get out of the tendrils, but he is strong enough to try to make a move. We'll see how it actually works out. He is going to see
I'm at
he's just gonna swing at you since you're close. That's all he's gonna do. And oh boy. All right, well, he has a lot of dice too. So this might be bad. This could be bad. That is, I need to roll them. I have everything in here now. So plus strength plus brawl. I'm spinning out willpower. Oof. That is
He smacked the taste out your mouth.
yeah, 8 successes.
Oh my
8?
god.
Okay, go for it. How much damage is that?
I will roll the damage because we've been rolling damage for you. So we're gonna take the 8 dice and I will roll them, and we'll do the same way with the.
Yeah, add your potence.
Yep. But his is only 1, so.
Okay.
Ooh. 4, 5, 6, 7. And he's using lethal body.
Okay.
But
Does that even work on Kindred?
does not work on Kindred. He's just wailing at whatever he can. So you're not wearing armor either, so that doesn't matter. So his hand just turns into a claw, but it doesn't do anything special to you. It just hurts like a motherfucker. You take you round that down to what I did 7, so you take 4 superficial damage.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He
Wait.
definitely ruins your clothes.
I don't care.
Ari might. Who knows?
Maybe. She knows we're in a question. If my meter fills up with superficial, it adds 1 aggravated, right?
It goes to 1 aggravated. Did it fill up with superficial?
Yeah. So basically, I'm at 1 aggravated, 1 superficial.
Wait, huh? No, your superficial stays as your meter fills up, and then the last one that you had turns to aggravated. So you'll have X many superficial, then aggravated as one of those.
3, 4, 5, 6, and then add the 1. Okay, so my whole meter fills up then.
Yes. But as long as it's not filled up entirely with aggravated damage, you're still okay.
No, yeah. So it filled up to 5.
You got it right, yeah.
Yeah, okay, just right.
So it'll be 5 of yours with superficial and 1 with aggravated.
Yeah.
That hurt a lot.
Oh, I mean, I'm about ready to frenzy at any point.
His claws went through your chest and they left marks and they are gaping wide. But again, Kendra don't really bleed per se. You just have big old claw marks through your chest and a torn up blouse and jacket.
I'll pay for
your turn. Wait, his turn. Now it's Ari's turn. Yes, Ari's turn.
Cool. Do you, sorry, off the top of your head, Prince, because my dumbass forgot to save it. Remember what the La Sombra succeeded at any cost. Never mind. Give me a moment.
Yes. I have it pulled up because you talked about it earlier. And I should be able to add it to your pages now.
That would be dope.
Because the companion's here.
I wanted to read it real quick, and then I couldn't remember the name of it until it was literally coming out of my mouth, and I was like, oh yeah. Nope, it's gone.
Maybe not. I'll have to look. I don't know how I have it in here now. But yeah, go ahead and do what you were going to do.
Well, no, I was curious because I think that's just if I fail the roll, it doesn't add to damage.
It does not.
Correct. I'm doing shit for damage, and it's real frustrating. But I don't want to let dude go.
I mean, basically, you cannot do damage to him unless it does more than 4. Like, he knocks off 4 superficial damage every single time. I mean, it can only be reduced to 1. So he's going to take at least 1. But he's knocking down anything that is less than, everything 4 or under is only going to do 1 damage to him.
Yeah, and I think I rolled a 2 last time, so it did nothing.
It did a damage
It did-
because it's
yeah, it did one.
minimized to at least 1. So you're going to continue to damage him, even if you just have to keep plugging away. And you can only take 2 more before he's done.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and I will Wits in Oblivion, just squeeze him again. Hugs, friend, hugs.
Hugs, not drugs.
Death by hugs. Plus
Go ahead
1 for my potence.
Give that plus 1.
Yep.
Oof. Sweet. I mean, it's only 1, but you hear him crunch a little bit more, and blood sort of shoots out of his mouth, and it's not even words anymore. It's just Katura, your clip is empty.
Fine. Sarah doesn't have an extra one on her.
Of course Sarah has an extra one on her, but it's for her. She don't know you like that.
Fine. I have a question about Valorant. Is it only something you can use on yourself, or can you use it on other people?
Only something you can use on yourself.
Okay. Well, I tried.
I appreciate.
Okay. Well, one moment. I'm just trying to think. I don't have anything
I will say it's
do.
on the table that y'all can Diablerize him.
I can do what now?
You can eat him. The 2 of you are real hungry too.
What would it mean for me to eat it?
He'd be in your head.
Oh, hell no. Okay.
I mean, it's not guaranteed that he'd be in your head.
You know how crazy he is?
It's likely, but it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that. Does Marie have a gun? Can she shoot him?
Marie is
my ghoul.
Your ghoul.
I thought his name was Jacob.
No. Prince
she
was
got
making
like 4.
Prince was making a Twilight joke.
Didn't hear it well.
Marie.
She did ask me earlier about an arsenal.
Marie has been staying out of this very intentionally. But I suppose if you scream, they could see if they could get a gun, but they are not at the ready. So it would take a turn.
All right. Well, I will.
You can just run up and try to punch him.
I guess I'll just run up and try to punch him. That's just
or take another shot with your heel.
You know what?
I'm absolutely gonna
I will
die if you kill this man with a high heel, with a red bottom.
What is it again? What is it again? I'm gonna try. I don't care.
It's a strength and melee roll.
Okay, so it's just strength.
Yes.
I have nothing to melee. I got a 10. I got 1 success.
1 success.
Yeah.
So, because he's at so much damage and still grappled, you manage to take the shoe and you stab it. And instead of like the sort of like bounce off that it did last time, this time it goes straight through his forehead. And it just and the tendril shadow that's around him squeezes a little bit more, and he just gets crushed the rest of the way, and it's gory.
He did.
And he's dead.
Yes.
Thank God.
I'm gonna have to buy a new pair though, because these are absolutely ruined.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's fine. I chose to do it. I can afford it. Get on my shoe.
Ow. I was looking down like.
Is he turning to ash or is he just goo?
Oh, he turns to ash.
Okay.
I go over to
It's
Ed.
just like it's like
I go over to
blood, and then it's sort of like the tendril drops, and his body sort of drops to the ground and kind of flumps, and then the legs start to go. The rest of the body starts to go. It takes him a little bit. It's not super fast. And you can tell, Ari, you know how this works. That means he must be relatively young.
Are we sure this is a serial killer?
I mean, I don't feel bad killing him either way, but
Neither do I, but like, I thought he was an old Zamishi.
I mean, this wasn't a Zamishi.
He wasn't a Zamishi.
Well, that's who I thought we were going after.
Then it
It was not a Samishi that you were going after. You just said
No, we
Sabat.
just assumed.
Y'all assumed Samishi. Indeed.
Yeah, we assumed.
Because it gave Dracula pause, so we were like, oh, it's Zamishi then.
Dracula knew about him because Dracula thought, well, this is sort of meta, so y'all don't know this, but Dracula thought this was a person or a wannabe Sabat who was giving them a bad name. Even for Sabat, this one was a lot.
Okay. The heels were fine. They were already red. Babe! Anyway, I go over to Ed. Can I go over to Ed?
You can go over to Ed?
Yeah, I go to Ed and untie him. I'm like, dude, what? You okay? Well, that's a stupid question. Sorry. What? What did he nab you?
I need to get back to Anna. I need to get back to her.
Okay, we'll get you back to Anna. Okay, what's the best way we should do that, darling?
I don't know. It's been a while. I don't know what happens. What happens when you haven't had the blood for a while? What happens?
You get a shit-tastic headache. Let's go.
Come on, darling. We need to get out of here.
So y'all know how ghouling works. Just an FYI.
Right. I don't know what happens if he
if
doesn't have the
you
blood.
keep him from her, he's young. So like it's not like gonna turn to ash like, you know, if Theron left I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Shit.
Katura.
If Katura left her ghoul for an extended period, he'd just die. Because essentially 100 years of aging she just died because 100 years of aging would be like boop and then they die. So if you've been a ghoul for a very long time, you have more power from the person who's kept you as a ghoul, but your youthfulness that you've gotten to keep for all this time, well, that just goes out the window. But Ed has only been a ghoul for, you know,
couple months,
few months between both Annabelle and Delroy. So
nothing bad's gonna happen. The connection's just gonna wear off, and that's it.
But I don't want my connection to wear off. Anna's taking care of me. She's so good to me.
Katura, I roll my eyes so hard, but I'm like so far.
I turned to her like long story. Look, we'll worry about it in another night or two, okay? We gotta get you out of here and get you healed up.
What are you gonna do with the bodies? Oh, go ahead, please.
I just have a question about ghouling.
Mm-hmm.
So he's relatively new.
Mm-hmm.
What would happen if he drinks anybody else's blood? He would get sick, or
it wouldn't do much for him because he's still someone else's ghoul right now.
Okay.
So we know he's still Annabelle's ghoul.
The influence of someone else's blood on someone who's already ghouled, especially if they've drank more than 3 times, is very, very little.
Okay.
I was wondering more than 3 times. So
just scheming.
Yes, it would be fair to assume that he has drank from Annabelle more than 3 times.
I mean, he's
especially
over
since you've never heard anyone else call Annabelle Anna.
Yeah. We'll worry about it.
It's still pretty early in the night, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's probably maybe midnight at best. Might be a little earlier than that.
I don't know about you. Do these other bodies still have blood in them?
He didn't drain a lot of them because he couldn't eat them.
The only one
Right,
that
but
was
my-
drained was the cop. The cop
yeah,
looks
they
like
still-
a mummy.
Right. But my question is, do the other ones that exist have blood in them?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a drink. I'm hungry.
Oh, do you have Iron Gullet?
Yes.
You can take from them. It's gonna be gross.
Well, I wouldn't take from Aaliyah. She's like decayed, but there's another one, right?
Yes, there was one more body.
So I just take from that one. I don't.
It was decaying too, but you could get something out of it.
Yeah.
This is for you all who have a more sensitive palate or sensibilities. This is gross. This is very gross.
It's either this or I frenzy. So if any of you got a problem with that, take it up with my beast.
Do what you want. I've seen it all. It's fine.
Your beast is
Not my
probably
taste.
pissed off
Not
at
my
you
taste
too.
personally, but you know, to each their own.
It tastes like Cheerios that have been in a cabinet open for like 8 months, so they're real stale.
Oh God!
And
So
then
it's
you
like
pour
the
spoiled
Cheerios that
milk
you-
on top of them.
So it's the Cheerios that you get in Airbnb, just stale as fuck.
Just stale as
one
fuck.
box.
The spoiled milk.
This
And you
is
just
gross, but I'd rather not. Please.
another what Serenity's
How
doing.
many dots? How
One.
many hunger can I take off?
One.
One? Okay, that's
There's a
fine.
corpse. You ain't getting much.
That's fine. Okay, I'll take the edge off. Okay. I'll get a better snack later. Anyway.
What was your driver's name? Katura?
Marie.
Marie. Maria's like, Miss, there are sirens.
Let's go.
Ouch. Ed, come on.
It's like, but I have to get back to Anna.
How do you plan to do that from here? By yourself?
Get in the damn car.
Get in the damn car. We will
Ed
figure it
is
out.
beat to shit too, by the way.
I just pick him up then. Like, dude, you need a doctor. Come on. Ari,
Katura's gonna take her limo because she can't listen to this dude talk about Annabelle for the whole fucking ride.
you go home. We'll meet. You do what you gotta do. We'll figure out.
Oh, I'm coming. Oh, I'm coming with you. I just can't stand to hear this man talk about.
No, you're fine. I get
her.
it. Trust me, I get it. Just
Annoying.
follow behind us.
And I assume y'all take off towards Ari's?
I don't know where else we can go. Last we can go to that docking holding area that we've been living out of for Delroy.
So y'all get out of here. Y'all leave this cop car. There's corpses out the back of it.
Oh,
And
right.
there is
Anyone got a
no-
match?
I don't think we got time for a match.
You really
Fine.
don't.
Okay.
And
I
you
mean,
take
we're
off.
at the harbor. We're at the harbor, right? Can we just knock him into the water?
You could try. You could just, like let this thing go and then put the bodies back in and just let it ride into the water. But
We'll
that
do
would
that.
stop them from getting the bodies out.
I mean, I'm not trying to stop them from getting the bodies out. Just, I don't know.
Sarah's like, I know how to do this fast. Just go with her.
Okay.
No.
I will drive the car. Do you absolutely need the car? I'm assuming you do, but
Yes. The fuck?
okay, we're just happy. I'm sorry. I'm just trying. Whatever. Come on, Ed. Come on.
It's
And
fine.
I'm just holding
Thankfully,
him.
it's a limo. Thankfully, he could sit on the other end.
Yeah. If it gets too much, you just yeah.
Would you and your limo have blood?
Yes, I'm rich. Of course, I have blood.
I would assume so. This is why I was asking that. So
Yeah, I have like the best kind. What's the best kind? A.
But I know not
it's,
want to bother with the body.
the
Oh,
white tears,
negative.
the white tears vintage.
Ooh, I miss that shit.
And y'all all have a drink. So you can all take your yours down by one. And y'all head to Ari's. And that is where we're gonna end this session.
Yay! We
That
did.
was so much fun.
I'm
killed
sorry,
somebody with a
Liz.
shoe.
I'm sorry. I killed Aaliyah.
You did.
had to make you
And-
want to destroy this man. Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why
everything
I said get
escalates.
stuff a flare in his eye. Like, come on.
Well, we don't have a flare.
There
I mean,
is
we
a
had
cop.
flair as in like
There is
style.
a cop car,
I
my car, and a limo. One of them would have had a flare in the back.
the
Definitely.
cop car probably had a flare, but I killed him with flair as in style.
That's true.
Thank you, bisexual
Yeah,
wizard.
word.
Thank you. We did try to
what
keep
it-
it fun. That was
We're
the
gonna
longest
get to
comment
things
that we've
again.
done, period.
Oh,
But
ever.
Yeah.
I hope y'all enjoyed that. Like,
Are
It
you
was-
kidding? My
was-
heart is happy.
Yeah, have
I
you?
admit I kind of wanted the final blow, but I'm okay with the way he went
Did
out.
you not see their hands full of dice? I think they were very happy.
All the time. I have so much dice that I need to.
So, Prince, we're gonna have to talk about my touchstone being dead.
oh yes. Oh yes. This
Aaliyah
is
was your touchstone?
My
Yes.
nurses, and she was one of my best friends. Yeah.
I did not realize that she meant. I did not realize. Okay.
Oh boy.
literally in the book. I wanna show you this thing because this is one of the things that got brought into
Oh God,
me
you lose humanity now, don't you?
doing this character was for y'all to fight. It says, here you go. And I didn't make you roll because the reason I didn't make you roll for a frenzy check is because I think for all of Ari's faults, she keeps a cool head in most situations. Even with, a ghost living in the head. But to quote what's in the book, I want to show this is specifically about Samson. The PCs may find one of their touchstones or mortal associates butchered by Samson with deranged messages laid out using guts and blood. The brazen nature of the attach may provoke frenzy, hunger, or even a crisis of humanity.
Oh my god.
So you're gonna be low humanity very soon.
With humanity issues. So
I picked a monster. Y'all needed to fight a monster. It had been a while. The last real monster y'all fought was the Methuselah.
And I almost died that time.
Yeah.
I nearly fell in the water. I nearly jumped headfirst into the water to be eaten by the damn thing. If it weren't for Ari and Delroy being there, I certainly would have been long gone.
Oh boy.
Welcome
But now,
I
have to
am
go against
so
Del-
excited.
go
This
try to
is really
find
fun.
Delroy or whatever next time.
That's not happening tonight. I don't got the energy.
But yeah. So thank you all for joining us tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed that as much as I did. Let's check out and tell people where to find us. So let's start working backwards and we'll go with Fair.
Hi, I'm Fair. Play Katura. I can be found at twitch.tv/fairbear. I stream
Yes.
kind of whenever I want to. You can also find me at Twitter at Fairbear.
Excellent. Liz.
I'm Liz, Fuzzy Slippers 05, wherever you want to try and find me. I may start streaming eventually.
Ooh.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it's something fun.
Mass Effect.
Yeah, that's about it.
Come hang out with when eventually I get my PC desktop. You can hang out with me playing Mass Effect.
Yeah, sure. That works. Yeah, that's basically it. Fuzzy Slippers 05, wherever.
Ivy.
Oh, she's dead. They're dead.
I'm dead.
Don't die, Ivy. Don't die.
I can't die yet. Anyway, I'm words. You can find me at IVM2757 on Twitter and IVM_57 on TikTok and Nerdfriend54 on Twitch. And when I eventually start streaming after, I get the PC because Mass Effect won't load on here. It's 100 gigs, guys. Like that's
It
a
is.
lot.
It's 106 gigs.
That's a beast.
Yeah.
But it's
I
all three Mass Effect games, so it makes sense.
That's true. Yeah, that's right.
Right, it makes sense. It's just my computer can only hold 280 gigs, period.
Oh, Jesus.
You don't need an operating system, only Mass Effect.
Yeah.
So this is why I want to get another computer. So yeah.
All right. Then I guess that leaves me. I am your storyteller, Prince, aka Dimples and Dice. You can find me around the internet as at Dimples and Dice. Tomorrow, normally we run D&D, but D&D has been put on a bit of a hiatus because of the Rona. We actually have a player who is down because of the Rona right now.
Oh no.
Oh, are they okay?
Yeah, she's fine. She's fine, but dealing with a bit of a cough and yeah, that sort of thing.
Not congruent. No.
We will not have D&D tomorrow. However, Jiggles and I are going to play It Takes Two at our normal D&D time. So we're going to be playing that again. And we are also going to be rebooting the podcast. So we will be back at that tomorrow night after we go offline with It Takes Two. And y'all can expect to see us with the podcast coming back up again. And that's basically a podcast about being DMs and how to be good DM and different topics that are relevant to people who potentially want to DM games or storytell or something like Vampire. So we give what we know, and we'll be trying to get new people on there, guests and things of that nature, but that is definitely getting rebooted. So be on the lookout for the Table Shop podcast.
I will subscribe.
And so that is going to be that. Let me see if there's anyone around to raid. Bear with me a moment. I am open to suggestions as well. If y'all have somebody in the group.
It looks like Latia's on.
That's who I was pulling up.
That's what I was going to say.
That's exactly who I was pulling up. All right, so we're going to go rate Latia if she is still around. But thank y'all again so much. This was fun. Thank you, Fair, for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me. I look forward to next week.
I am looking forward to next week as well. There he is. Booyakachai. Raid is starting. If y'all haven't done it before, the raid call is rolling these raids featuring us. And we will see y'all next week.
Bye.
Have a good night. And end screen. If I know my buttons, this is when I wish I had a Stream Deck. All right. And rating now.